kicking things off on the dire side up against Ehome. Now this is, I believe, this is a winner's bracket match, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, and it is a best of 3 series. This is game 1 in a best of 3 series, but straight away, Ehome gods, they do ban off that Brewmaster, followed up quickly by a Lycan ban.
Yeah, no surprise with either of those two bans here. Like in one of those heroes, especially if you have it on the dire side where you can abuse that Roshan, can be very, very powerful. And we'll see what Ehome want to come up with. And we can already see, I mentioned this a bit earlier, the cool new Dota 2 feature where Ehome, their name is actually on their side. It looks like they have set up a Dota 2 team profile or something. I imagine it's something that not everyone has access to. But Ehome are a team that have so far not lost a game in this tournament. They haven't lost many games at all in the past few months. I think they've only lost 1 game to Zenith, which was in the PD2 tournament. But here they are in the Gigabyte Dota 2 Masters, undefeated in the winner brackets, going up against LGD, who lost 1 or 2 games in their group stage. They finished 4-1, and then they lost one of their tiebreak matches as well, but came in 2nd place in their group.
So I just accidentally banned someone I wasn't meant to ban. I'm just trying to ban some of these people who are trying to spoil the Tongfu versus Zenith match. I don't even know if what they're spoiling is correct. I'm just going, you know what, people, if you're trying to troll, if you're trying to spoil, ban time incoming. We've got the mods in there, so if you try and spoil the Tongfu versus Zenith match, prepare to feel the wrath of the several mods we have active. But guys, we've got a lot of pushes banned out here, along with that little purple monster Ehome. I've loved the Darks here this year, like this entire tournament, guys. The Darks here has been so much fun to watch, and he's just such a dangerous little bastard as well, especially when you combo him with just a couple of AoEs, maybe the odd AoE stun or AoE nuke. He just does so much freaking damage when he gets those good vacuums off, and he's a very dangerous little hero to push against or even push with.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He is one of those hard to deal with heroes. I mean, Darks here is going to be banned. Chen as well, and we won't see Ehome gain the first pick. That Prophet's on the pool, so is the Invoker. We'll see what they want to go with these last few bans here, as right now things are getting very, very heated. Invoker is going to be the ban here, and this is game number 1, so both teams want to win this game number 1, get off to a good start.
Yeah, of course, not the end of the world though if they do lose, but definitely, this is of course a winner's bracket, so if they lose the series, they can of course come back to win it, but at the same time, definitely, you just don't want to lose flat out. But Leshrac though, the first pick for Ehome. Ooh, now Ehome, they're a team actually I've seen a lot of support Rast from them, so we'll see what they go with this one. They might even go for a semi-support Leshrac as well.
Yeah, we'll see what they want to go with that Leshrac. It's good because it can be used as either a semi-farmer or as a carry, so it is quite versatile. You haven't really given away too much about what you want to do with that pick, and now LGD, going to be up to them to see what they want to get with their 2 heroes here. Probably going to see a Windrunner with something else. Windrunner is just such a strong laning hero that you almost can't give it up. Yeah,
definitely. And she will get picked up. Some people are saying it's too low. I'm just telling the volume is getting amped in a minute. There we go. Okay, so Windrunner first picked up, then the Queen of Boobs getting picked up second, and they've got some. We've seen the Queen of Pain. They can have a huge impact, provided. Sure, you can stay and farm a bit till you level 8 or so. Make sure you've got the mana up to use your ult, because if you go for ult at 6, you do need at least a couple of null talismans to help you with your mana pool. Otherwise, you're very, very low on mana, or even like the fast in treads or something. Anything to help you out there. But often we'll see Queen of Pains just go, you know what, let's just get that level 8, so we can get the Shadow Strike early, and then get our ult up, get our Scream up at level 8, make sure we've got everything up and running before we go for those early games. I think that's fine, but what we saw last game from Sequential was a incredibly passive Queen of Pain. I think that's something like Ehome did with their Enchantress play. Earlier on, when they first moved over to Dota 2, they were being very, very passive with their Enchantress. And Enchantress is a hero that you want to get aggressive with, want to cause trouble, push towers, start fights, just be really difficult to deal with. So, hopefully we see a relatively active, relatively aggressive Queen of Pain this match.
Yeah, I will see how they want to use that, and I'm not at all surprised by these 2 picks here. We're on a Queen of Pain. LGD often have not gone for a hard carry at all. They'll just play the Queen of Pain as a semi-carry. Same with Winner and Ehome. Slardar, who we've seen used frequently by the Chinese teams, as well as the Enchantress. So they're going to be looking to be aggressive here. So they're looking to absolutely banish and destroy that stereotype that the Chinese teams just play farming games. I agree they're a lot more conservative with their approach, even when they do play. When they're aggressive, it is a lot more organized aggression, but it is one of those things where they're not all about farming. Earthshaker is going to be the 3rd pick.
They don't like batshit crazy confused. They like to be precise, they like to be methodical, they like to figure out and math hammer everything out. Figure out, alright, so they're like calculating machines of death, and they want to be very precise in what they do. They don't want scrappy engagements. They really hate that stuff. And like you said, guys, they tend to be very conservative. If they think like there might be some danger getting counter game, generally they will pull back. We've even seen IG be so scared, even though they have such a huge advantage Although IG actually surprising us the other night. If you haven't seen the IG versus DK stuff, of course, go and look that up. In fact, we do need to get up the final. I don't think we can actually, because you said the replay is missing. That is actually really unfortunate. But guys, we've also had the Sylar ban. I like this ban just because we've seen how damn dangerous Sylar can be in the hands of the Chinese farmers. Also having the VS being banned as well. I don't dislike the ban. I mean, she's an all-round very strong hero. Very strong, like, utility hero. I do like her getting taken in the mix. But yeah, definitely the Slater is going to be interesting. Just because, you know, the damage amp is really nice. But, I mean, they generally pick Slater not because... Often, sometimes we'll see the Slater get picked up as, like, as a counter pick for stuff like DK's teams. We'll go, okay, DK, lots of armor. Strength carry. Let's pick out the negative armor and just stack so much negative armor on him. Suddenly, he's actually pretty easy to shred. But these Chinese teams, they go, you know what, we love Slater just because the amp is nice against anybody, and his blink and crush is such a good thing. So they tend to pick that up. And we'll see what they go for, but they have also banned Ancient Apparition. Now, Ancient Apparition is something that you won't... I don't think we see this banned very often in the Western scene, or even pick that often now in the Western scene that much, do we? It's mostly sort of a Chinese thing, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah, it definitely is. They like to run the Ancient Apparition in those dual lanes, something like an ESAA, and just basically play the Ancient Apparition as sort of a utility hero. They're not going to play him as a pure support. They'll get some decent items on him, get the mech or a force snuff, something to help out the team. And it is one of those sort of things that is quite characteristic of these Chinese teams who do like to run with their dual lanes. But Enigma going to be the fourth pick for Ehome, and that's a hero likely to go into that side lane solo in the bottom lane, depending on who is going to be there and what Ehome expect LGD to do with their lanes.
I like the Crystal. I mean, they've been all about, in the past, like, especially for LGD and Ehome, we've seen them be all about the strong dual lanes. And I mean, they've got the potential to do this here. Their lineup is still pretty flexible. I mean, they could go for a hard carry here, or even like a semi-aggressive carry, like a DK or something. LGD have a few options, or I mean, they could even just split up, like pick up another like kind of pusher hero, like Rasta. Like they could even just pick up a Rasta, go with strong dual lanes. I mean, Earthshaker and the Rasta together would be really dangerous. Crystal Maiden and Winter, we've seen that be so damn dangerous as well. And then just have the Queen of Pain mid, or switch it around, have the Queen of Pain with the support in the side lane, the safe lane, and then have the Rasta in mid. Just give him those levels to get the early servant wards up and stuff. So, LGD, they still have options open. They could go with just about anything here, or they could even just go, you know what, anti-mage, or even a Morphling or a DK, whatever they feel like. There are so many things wide open for them right now. At the same time, I don't think Ehome have the same luxury here. They're just pretty much, they're all about the early aggression. They need to have a mid, at the very latest, they want to be pushing around about the mid game. Just because they need to end this game quickly. Unless I mean, if LGD, if they go for an early game lineup as well, then, then we'll go then, alright. I mean, Slater, yeah.
So, I mean, that's a hero that can combo with the Slater. I mean, it's got great synergy with both Leshrac and Slater. The disruption, you can lead into a Leshrac stun or a Slater stun. So we'll see what they want to do. I imagine it's going to be Shadow Demon and Shadow Demon and Leshrac in the top lane with Slater as a solo mid. We do see these Chinese teams often running that as a solo mid, rushing the bottle lane, just getting up treads and a blink dagger. As we will see LGD go for the hard carry. They're going to go for the Morphling. And we'll see how Ehome try to do with that, whether or not they want to put an aggressive lane at bottom to try to stop his farm, or if they're just going to trade for some winning lanes at both middle and top. I mean, Leshrac and Shadow Demon, that's a very strong combo who they may want to put up against Morphling, or they may just want to try to get Leshrac nice and farmed at top lane and getting some early towers with that Edict.
Yeah, I mean, it's a strong combo to put against Morphling, but I mean, in this lineup, I mean, we've got CM, Earthshaker, and Morphling. I mean, that there screams tri-lane louder than just about anything else in the game possibly could. And, well, they're up against a Fissure, they're up against a range on CM. I just don't think they have the range to deal with it. I think there is just a good chance. I mean, if Leshrac tries to run, there's a good chance he'll just get locked down by a Fissure, then a Frostbite, Crystal Nova on top of that waveform, man. And Leshrac, he's just too squishy. I don't think he can afford to get aggressive against a lane like. Maybe if they bait out a Fissure on something else, sure, but I just feel there's way too much firepower to contend with in this bottom lane. And the range as well. I mean, when you see these aggressive lanes go up against each other, often the winning lane will be the one that has the better range to kick things off, or even just sort of, you see someone running in, just go, you know what, screw you, Fissure, in your face right now. And, you know, there are a few heroes that can initiate from a further distance without something like a blink or a range or a gap closer than CM and the ES. So I just feel like Ehome, they'd be on the back foot if they try and get aggressive in this bottom lane.
And we will see them both, they do scout each other out. Morphling does have the waveform to escape, so he's going to be going out in front. They do see Slater going for a stout shield with some regen, so not really the solo mid build. I mean, it could still be. But generally, you do want to rush that bottle. They are going to trade hits. Fissure goes down. Morphling going to have to wave out in a second. Does pick up an in this room, but I think Slater taking a lot of damage there. Did force out a waveform from Sylar. I think LGD can be okay with that trade there, as we will see Enigma be the one heading towards mid lane. So it's going to be King J on the solo mid Enigma, and it looks like Slater and Shadow Demon going to be at bottom lane. Enchantress going, Lan M going to his own jungle, though, not going to do any aggressive jungling. So Morphling with the Crystal Maiden at bottom lane will be able to find a fairly easy lane depending on if Earthshaker stays nearby.
I think Morphling's probably okay with spending that mana just because, you know, he's not up against a super aggressive set of opponents. And, well, they will actually just go for the dual lanes, or no, DDC is coming back. But yeah, I mean, Morphling, he's going to have the Crystal Maiden aura relatively soon. I mean, he's trying to rush a Basilius anyway, so he should be just fine. I mean, he's got enough mana for a second waveform anyway, so I think he'll be okay with that trade there. But yeah, I mean, the Enigma mid, I mean, this is something we don't often see, but it's perfectly viable. There's nothing wrong with the Enigma mid, and just here's a strong hero in a 1v1 situation. And Queen of Pain, like, she just really can't trade hits with the Eidolons either. So it's not like she can just jump in, scream, and then just throw a dagger. Chances are, if she jumps in and screams, she'll get hit by Eidolons and then get hit by Malphite and just get burst down, basically, and then try and walk it off, and she won't be able to. So I think this is going to be a rough lane for her in the mid lane.
Queen of Pain just tanked a couple tower hits as well.
Wow.
Down to about 50 HP. Didn't even have Blink yet because he went for the Shadow Strike. And he was just walking in, going for a Shadow Strike that he took the tower hits. But bottom lane, Enchantress is coming for a gank. They get an early kill on the Earthshaker with the Disruption plus Slider stun combo, and Morphling forced to wave out. He's still in trouble. Though Slider going to have another stun in a second. Sylar could go down again. The stun will hit. Do they have enough damage? TP coming in. That's going to be the Earthshaker. And with that, it looks like those heroes are going to have to back off. Fissure hits the Shadow Demon. He's going to be okay. Salving up. Nice early gank from the Enchantress. Early pressure. I mean, it looked like Landon wanted to stay in his own jungle, but immediately coming bottom, wanting to put on pressure, make sure Morphling doesn't get too farmed. Yeah,
I mean, if anything is going to disrupt this Morph, it will take something like the Enchantress helping them out there, just because by themselves, Slider and Shadow, they just don't either have the burst. I mean, even if they land the crush, even if they land the disruption and everything, Morphling's just going to turn on, like you just saw then. Morphling's just going to turn on Morph stats and go, you know what, that's not going to work. That's not going to work against me. And even with the Enchantress, they kind of struggle. They really need to get the first wave disables down on them. Anyway, we're going to have, whoa, Enchantress, she's going to try and jungle the enemy jungle. This is going to work pretty well for, I mean, we can't. The thing is, they can't really pull the CM as well as the ES away from this bottom lane too much to help him out, just because by himself, Morphling is still vulnerable. He can't basically fight both the Slider as well as the Shadow Demon at the same time. Although at the moment, Shadow Demon actually double jump. So, oh, okay, they're going to try and give... I like this. The fact that they're giving Slider as many levels as they can, just because he does well those early levels, have a smoke gank headed mid. Morphling, in fact, going... Are they trading lanes? Morphling maybe deciding to screw this bottom lane. No, he's just got a courier coming to him. Never mind then. Finding himself clarity as well as a salve there.
I think they're basically saying Morphling is going to stay bottom, just trying to get some XP, some levels, farm whenever possible, but they recognize they can't do anything. But mid lane, they can do something. Enigma going to go down. Nice smoke gank there, and that's a smart play from LGD. Sure, you want to protect your Morphling. This strategy is largely revolving around Morphling getting some farm, but he's going to be better off in the long run if Queen of Pain can do well at mid, and then it can be Queen of Pain who in the mid game provides some space for Morphling to farm.
Yeah, I've just noticed the new Ehome logo sits right over the top of Dota starboard. I might have to do something about that in a bit. I'll just readjust the positioning or whatever. All that trouble to...
It's one of those things they're trying to make it so you don't need Dota starboard, I guess. But as a result, we are going to see a gank on bottom lane. Morphling waves out. Is he going to still be in a bit of trouble?
Nah.
Nice Fissure coming out from DDC though. But, I mean, Morphling, once again, he just put out a salve and a clarity, and he's going to have to bring out some more regen soon, I feel. Trying to get up that fast bottle.
Yeah, I mean, even if they don't kill him, like you said, like they can't really kill him. Not without a good, like, I think they need the net in there as well or something. Just because he just pops the morph stats and then waveforms out. They just do not have the burst to deal with it. But as long as they just keep disrupting his farm, that should be enough. The pressure alone is going to be extremely useful, as Enigma has accidentally dragged a lane all the way out to the rune and back. Still tanking those creepers. Now, where is Queen of Pain gone? I think she's... Oh, she's had to run all... Wow, okay, wow. She's had to run all the way back to base. That definitely sucks. You don't want to be doing it, especially before 6. That is definitely quite painful for her. And Enigma now getting a solid... Like, regaining his footing in this lane after that. I mean, he got that good gank offer with his teammates, but... I mean, they got that good gank on him with Queen of Pain's teammates, but at the same time, now she's pretty much just surrendered the advantage she had there.
Yeah, but I mean, coming back with a full bottle, she can be very aggressive, scream on him, but the problem is Enigma already spotted up a rune, and here we go, bottom lane, they're going in on Crystal Maiden, Ursa Clap with the disruption, Crystal Maiden should go down here, as Slider going to charge in, hits the stun, QQQ getting the kill, and Ehome, 2 kills at this bottom lane early on, finding some room for Slider to get some decent farm here. And they're also, I mean, preventing Morphling. And Morphling's sitting on 4 CS here. This is one of those lanes where Morphling, I mean, sure, he doesn't need too much farm. He can always catch up later. But when you've only got 4 CS, he can't even get up his bottle here. I imagine that's what he wants to sort of rush it. And that's going to be a hard for him.
I think...
Mid lane.
I think he just...
Enigma, solo kill.
No, her blink's off
I don't
cooldown.
know.
I guess she just got hit by Maleficent. Oh, she tried to ult him. I think she came in to fight him and then got hit
Okay.
by the Maleficent and then just got beat. Because, I mean, there's 4 Eidolons there. They really would have hurt. She has bugger all health at the moment as well. And she's got +2 to strength. That's it. That's it. She's really squishy. And Morphling, I like what Ehome are doing bottom. They're not target firing the Morphling all the time. They're just picking off the supports. If they've got the option, going for the supports is fast. A, because they can actually kill them. And B, because without the supports, I mean, Morphling gets really scared. Look, he's scared. He doesn't want to come near this. And now they're going to harass him. They could actually pick him off here. Enough damage. And now there's a damage out. Can they get a couple of hits? He probably should have waveformed in the other direction. He's in some serious trouble. Disruption. And I think the illusions might be able to right-click him down. No, he is still morphing health. Morphing strength. He will get away. But again, see, this pressure is just fantastic. Like you said, Gods, he can't even get anything out of this lane. He can't even get that fast Basilius he was after.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just going to be such a tough lane for him. I imagine he's just going to have to maybe find another lane to go to, because the Ehome, I mean, they can pressure down this tower, try to take it soon, but they don't even have to push the tower. As long as they're not allowing Morphling to farm, they're probably quite happy with it. Top lane segment hasn't been noticed too much. 28 and 15 CS for Leshrac. Windrunner sitting on 19 and 4, so Leshrac winning that lane. Ehome right now doing well at both top and bottom and mid lane. Enigma with that solo card. I'd say Ehome, all 3 lanes going pretty well here. LGD going to have to start making something happen with this Queen of Pain, as Queen of Pain gank on top, looking for Leshrac. Down goes Edict with a lightning storm, and Leshrac going to go down to a power shot. Queen of Pain taking a lot of damage though. Nice gank though, that's what Queen of Pain needs to do. Xiao 8 just getting some kills on board for LGD.
Indeed, so we got, are they gonna? Oh no, she doesn't find anything. In fact, she's got no matter actually, so she's not gonna need a creep. I thought she was gonna find a nice creep and then come and pressure this lane again. This bottom lane for LG has completely sucked. LG, Ehome showing why they're definitely a top contender, especially once they get some really good practice down for this Dota 2. They are gonna be such a force to be reckoned. Now in the mid lane though, here comes a gank Enigma. There is a Scream of Pain, throws down the Shadow Blade as well. He doesn't have any spells up. Has managed to use the Maleficent already. Queen of Pain though taking a lot of damage. Will drop the ult. Doesn't hit anything. Now she's gonna get right click. She's gonna go down. LGD. Making a few misplays again. Just I think this is twice in a row. It just feels like that's why we're missing these kills, just because she's overextending in situations she shouldn't be. The fish are going to go down on top of King J, but just not enough damage to clean him up there. Oh dear, this is not good.
They missed ulti, and I mean Enigma with Bottle and Wand just using that to sort of get a little bit of regen in between damage, and just he has a lot more HP than it appears. And Ehome just on top. They've got treads up on Slider, QQQ bottom lane. And Morphling still struggling to get up any farm whatsoever, as Shadow Demon and Enchantress just applying great pressure. I mean, Enchantress hasn't even gone for the early tower push. They're just happy with an award behind tower. They know Slider's got free farms. I think they'd prefer not to push the tower yet, just because if they push the tower, they may provide Morphling some space to farm closer to his base where he can actually catch up a bit.
This is definitely true. This is one of the downsides to pushing quickly, but in some trade-off, I mean, sometimes it's definitely worth the trade-off. Although we see the damage out. I mean, even just throwing the damage out down on Morphling is going to make him so damn scared, because now he knows, okay, they can always see me. I'm going to take so much damage from stuff. So he's really going to have to watch himself now. In fact, the Enchantress is there. We've got the Shadow Demon sitting around as well. He does need to be careful, although she's only got an Ursa. They don't really have that instantaneous stun. And now there's reinforcements coming. The Queen of Pain is coming, but she doesn't have an ult up. All she's got is Scream. In fact, she tries to go in here. Although then again, really, really squishy Enchantress. She really needs a strength boost. The Crush goes down. Queen of Pain, though, so low on health. Going to take a lot of damage. Throws down another Scream. Slider will get disrupted. Good save there from Cupid Cat. Now he's just going to try and sprint the hell out of here. Do we have a Fisher coming up? There's a power shot. Going to clean up Slider. Good counter attack there from LGD. Finally, something is going their way for a change.
Yeah, really, really nice counterplay there. I mean, they saw what was happening, and they just got their entire team committing to that bottom lane. Leshrac, though, is going to make the best use of this. Leshrac, this field, not a single point in stun. Max Edict with Max Lightning Storm in a 1v1 matchup. That is really interesting. But Queen of Pain actually ends up getting caught out by Enigma. Enigma going for some fast arcane boots.
Doing that?
This Enigma, man.
He's like deep in enemy territory. This is not normally what you want. Like, Enigma, no blinker. He's just like wandering around the hard camp in the enemy jungle just because, well, because he can. He doesn't care. He's decided, I can kill everyone and everything. Feels so damn good. There's a possible kill here. Oh, Fisher goes down. Gonna save there. Gonna throw down the save there, although maybe not. Crystal Man instant trouble. Doesn't get blocked though. Here comes a Portent. Who is that? Queen of Pain showing up. She's got her ult up and running. Throws down the screen. Throws down the ult. Gets all 3 for a change. That's gonna help make up things. There is the banish. Self-banish down. Shattered him. Gonna try and escape. Doesn't get it. He's not gonna get away. No way he's getting out of this. Meanwhile, King J has rocked up. He does have Black Hole up. There's a DD there, ready to be picked up. Queen of Pain actually going to try and race him to it, but she's not going to get there in time. Enigma going to bottle that up. And now Queen of Pain needs to be careful. And we've got the black hole up on Enigma, but he doesn't have reinforcements about, and there's way more reinforcements for LGD in the vicinity.
I mean, that was LGD right now. I mean, they had a bad start with their lane stage, but they're just predicting Ehome's movement somewhat. As soon as Ehome charging at bottom, the counter ganks are there. Queen of Pain TPing in, Windrunner's TPing in as well. Oh, I'm sorry, just quickly, I am reading that. Apparently, the scoreboard still says that Ehome are up 1-0 from the last game. That may be something you need to change.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
On the starboard?
Yep.
On the starboard? Okay,
no,
it
doesn't. No, I think they're just getting confused because there's crap behind the Ehome thing, so they can't really see all that well. But no, they're both blank squares, so no, Ehome doesn't have a point yet.
All right.
Volume. I'm just gonna quickly talk to them. Low or high?
Apparently, I'm much quieter than you.
I can't amp you any further. I'll turn my... You're already extremely loud on mine. I am actually just going to turn myself down. People were screaming it was too low before, so I turned myself... I mean, I was too loud before, so I turned... Or low, so I turned it up. But now they're changing mine. Okay, I'm going to turn me down. Alright guys, I've turned my volume down by about a factor of 50%. So basically, amp your sound level up. Amp it up on your end. I should be about the same sound level as God's now. The main thing is to get it about equal. Once we're about the same level, then you can just turn it up or down on your end. Really easily.
Yeah, I just quickly turned the sound on my stream and we were already pretty even. You were only a tad louder than me, but it was okay. But back to the game anyways. We hopefully have all those technical issues. So Leshrac is looking pretty farm. 57 creep kills. Did die once in that Queen of Pain gank, but he's now rotated bottom with the point booster up.
Oh no!
He's got a lot of levels.
Enchantress, unfortunately discovering that, well, going uphill against mass nukes, not much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, she is stupidly squishy. Really, really squishy. That's one of the downsides of playing Enchantress. I mean, you really need that point booster ASAP, but it looks like she will be going for the urn first. If she possibly... Shadow urn on Enchantress, something we normally see, but she really wants that urn up, the point booster up as soon as possible. Just because it gives her so much... It gives her, like, another 50% of her health ball. She's only got, like, 700 now. Yeah, so 250, that's nearly a third of her health ball again. Is really, really damn good. As we're going to see King J actually get picked off. He was gunning for a kill. It's actually the final ticket. Will actually clean up, so he trades in the end. And now Windrunner taking a lot of the Eidolons, although she should be able to get away from this. I imagine she can outrun them with her phase boots.
Absolutely. It was just trying to sneak through as many of those Eidolon kills as possible. Bottom lane, there is a replicate just scouting things out. Or actually, no, maybe just a proper... Yeah, it looks like a proper Leshrac illusion. As this bottom tier 1 tower finally going to go down. Not going to be the Enchantress, but it's going to be the Leshrac who looks to finish it off with that Edict. The glyph is popped. It's going to not quite get deniable. And Sam and Morphling going on the counterattack, looking to make something happen. They've got the ES there, trying to line up a fissure for LGD. And meanwhile, top lane, Ehome have Slana farming away. He's sitting on 1800 gold. We'll see if he does go for that fast blink dagger. He's only 300 gold away from that now.
Okay then. He's looking really dangerous. And Slada has picked up his power treads. Still at 80, yeah, like you said. Only 300 gold away on that blink. He's going to be very, very dangerous. Well, I suppose he probably is getting the fast. But I know I've seen Burning just go for the straight Vanguards, but in this case, I think he's been doing... I mean, he's been under no pressure this game at all. As we see Queen of Pain some serious trouble. There's a crush as well. No way she's getting out of this. The physical damage plus the amp, way too much to deal with. Those right clicks, just incredibly painful. Now, possible engagement at bottom, though. This could get hairy for them. As we're going to see Lanham run for his life here. He pops, preemptively popping the Nature's End. He knows he's squishy. He does not want to waste any time. Going to get hit by the Shackle. Not going to do a whole lot. Going to have his Ursa just continue to fight them. Unfortunately,
the problem for the Enchantress is one fissure, power shot, and wave combo. If they land those 3 nukes at the same time, Enchantress is dead, even on full HP, even with that heal, which is why she did it somewhat preemptively, just in case they didn't time all 3 nukes at the same time. You would be able to maybe survive, but... Yeah, Enchantress very squishy. Picking up the 2 gauntlets of strength. Maybe going to go for that fast earn, but needs anything to boost up HP here.
We'll see what they can do anyway. Meanwhile, though, King J rolling out to the bottom lane. What's he going to do? Enigma. Ooh. Enigma, he's gone for the fast blink. He's got those black holes available. Not yet. He's got a minute left in that cooldown. I feel this is going to... Like, the double blinks. I mean, once Slada gets... Oh, no, he didn't. He did what Bernie did. Straight Vanguards.
Yep. Okay.
All right.
We'll just try to tank up as much as possible. I guess he's feeling confident that with the Shadow Demon, Leshrac, and the Enigma, there's enough initiation. Enigma's actually gone for the Blink Dagger, so with Enigma having a Blink Dagger, they've got the initiation power there. And that's enough to maybe catch out. Queen of Pain is really suffered. Queen of Pain is 0 and 5. Does have 7 assists, but Xiaowei not having the best of games so far.
No, definitely not. So going to bring up the gold chart at the moment. What have we got? 5k plus advantage to Ehome at the moment. I mean, it's not that much. It's not that much, but it's still definitely something to work on. And I mean, they need it. They definitely need to have this kind of advantage, because come late game, Morphling is going to be one hell of a problem to deal with. Although, how much farmers Morphling actually got? 38 and 4 at 15 minutes. Wow, he's definitely been strong. I mean, he's got two kills and 0 deaths and 2 assists. That's pretty decent, but at the same time, that is a rough start for a hard carry. Yeah, 217 GPM. That is definitely not looking good for him at all. But I mean, we're seeing these Chinese players, they can be behind for a while, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, especially players like Burning, just out of nowhere have a million CS as soon as they get a little bit of space to farm. They get very scary all of a sudden. And Landon being very aggressive. I mean, for someone who's been so squishy and has been burst down a couple of times, ridiculously fast, he's been very... I mean, he's got no vision down there. He's got no vision down there. He's been a bit ballsy going that deep into enemy territory.
No, I agree. Right now, LGD, they're making the best of this game by getting some kills. Whenever Ehome commit to something, they'll get some kills in return, but Ehome, they're getting towers, they're out-farming their opponents. They have got a roughly 5k gold lead at this point, and they're looking to press their advantage, try and use this slider to be aggressive, as well as just get down a few more towers. They'll probably even go for Roshan soon, once they've maybe taken some more towers, but right now, bottom lane, hasted Leshrac, gonna find this windrunner, just drops a lightning storm and backs off, and Leshrac soul booster is up, only about 1200 gold away from that bloodstone.
Now I'm just looking for arcane boots. We've got one on Enigma. Now Leshrac probably had one, but he's recombined it into that soul booster there. Just looking, will we see one shadow? I mean, they can't probably want another. They probably want another set of arcane boots on somebody, and then of course I don't think we'll really start seeing. Enigma getting a kill on top there. Queen of Pain getting picked off yet again. Sylar in some amount of trouble. Just need to be careful. Set Blinky Enigma very, very dangerous. He's got enough for another Malphus in a second as well. But yeah, like we were saying, if they're going to throw in the Malphus, is going to hit the illusion because he can. All right, fair enough. I think maybe he's trying to clean it off, so he just didn't have that replicator away option available. And there we go, the push here from Ehome. The split push at the moment proved to be quite effective. Now Windrunner as well as DD there, they really don't want to get aggressive against this. Leshrac is just way too dangerous to push against, especially if he gets set up, because Leshrac with the Shadow Demon can set up for perfect Split Earth, and once one of those heroes there, like with any of those, in fact, DDC doesn't have that much health. Once they get hit by Split Earth, it's pretty much lights out. There's not a lot they can do about it.
So much burst damage coming out from Leshrac now. He is going to have that Bloodstone up very, very soon. He has gone for the Pulse Novice, only with the 1 in stun still, as Crystal Main poking out into the jungle. He will put down an Observer Ward. That's going to get immediately... Actually, no, it's just a Sentry Ward, so that they both have a Sentry Ward. It looks like Crystal Main going to lose that battle. Not enough DPS there. And I mean, Ehome just happy to just trade. Slider just going 1v1 against Morphling at top, preventing Morphling from farming, while bottom lane they'll just slowly chip away at this tier 2 tower, maybe even try to force a fight there. And Enigma is actually nowhere to be seen. He is gone off to his own jungle just to make sure that Ehome are just increasing their lead. It's the slow and steady, once you're ahead, get further ahead kind of tactic, where they're not going to try and be too aggressive and force the issue as of yet.
And also, somebody asking you can actually recombine items in the chat. Yes, you can. Certain items, not all of them, certain items you can actually break down into their component parts and then use their component parts for something else. So that's what Leshrac did. He broke down his arcane boots, got the mana booster out of it, and then used it to build a soul booster instead. That's one of the things you can do. Only few items can do that. Not every single item, only a few of them though. So don't try it with everything you do. You can basically just right click, and if you can, from this drop down menu that you see there, you'll have disassemble items. But anyway, here's the engagement. They get the tower though. There's the Crystal Maiden, Freezing Fields trying to cause some damage. Have the save there from the Shadow Demon, although it's not going to be enough in the end. The burst from the Radiant side, in the end enough to bring down Leshrac with all his health. And now Shadow Demon likely to go down, get shackled to a tree. There is no way he's getting out of this. Fissured as well. So they're going to lose Shadow Demon as well as Leshrac. I think there was another hero there that must have walked out. I think they must have teleported out. It was Enchantress.
Yeah, okay. But I mean, right now, it's LGD. They're coming on top of all the clashes, but that's because they're committing. Every time they have a clash, they know they have to commit all 5 heroes. Even Morphling is coming to these little skirmishes. You can see Morphling, 2 kills, 4 assists. I mean, he's got 62 creeps, but that's only about 3 creeps a minute right now. He's going for the fast BKB with some treads. But the problem is now, even though LGD winning the clashes, Ehome are winning convincingly on farm and towers. Slada just free farming away at top lane. You've got Enigma farming away in some neutrals most of the time. He's actually currently at mid. And I mean, sure, they're getting a few kills going their way, but the farm difference is just getting bigger and bigger. and LGD need to make something happen soon. Maybe once they win their next team fight, they need to try get some towers out of it, because that's really where the big difference is at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. This is how strong. I mean, the other thing, of course, I mean, it's hard for them to get towers though, because the thing is, the Dire team, Ehome, they're pushing hard. They're making sure they keep these lanes pushed out. And this is one of the benefits from pushing hard, is you naturally will defend your towers. Just because the creep aren't anywhere near your tower, it's very difficult to kill a tower early on without some serious. I mean, BD protectors is no you. You're not even going to be able to backdoor them. So it's one of those things. Like, it's one of the. Of course, it does become harder to farm the lanes, but at the same time, you protect your towers. And I mean, Ehome, they're not looking to farm the lanes all that much. Like they've got QQQ up here, just taking a few creep where he can. In fact, he's got another 2k saved up at the moment. So he could indeed. I think we'll be seeing a blink dagger out of him in about 100 gold. So once he gets that up and running, do they have a mech yet? Oh, that wasn't an urn. All right, those were double braces from Enchantress. Do they have an urn somewhere? They do. Shadow Demon got the Shadow urn, fittingly enough. And I mean, they could do with a mech somewhere. That could even be Enigma's next item, mech or even a pipe. I mean, there's plenty of magical burst on the Radiant side as well. So
yeah, we'll see what he wants to go for. But I mean, right now, LGD have the mech up on their side. That's partly why these team fights are going so well. They've got the mech, they've got the AoE, they've got the... I mean, just Earthshaker, he's really poor. He's only just finished his Arcane boost, but just having a Fissure Power Shot combo, it's one of those mid-game combos which you just can't really fight because of the range on it until you have maybe a Blink Dagger on the Slider. He does now have that, and if they can initiate in, pick off the Earthshaker, then maybe Ehome can start winning some fights, and that's maybe what they're going to try to do now. Although, with this tower advantage, they can easily just push out the lanes and take a free Roshan here.
Winner on her, she's picked up a staff which it looks like she'll be getting that 4 staff up and running just because it's a really damn good item on her. Just flat out, it's really, really nice. And there is that blink on. Oh, I just cannot wait for Slater to crush some heads with that blink. So literally, he'll just blink in and then actually use a crush on them and crush their heads. Why not? And the Queen of Pain pushing in. Ooh, I mean, she's got no vision here, I don't think. No vision. Oh, wait, she had vision. They've just dewatered. And this is smart. Where is it? I saw a gem. So actually, Enchantress carrying the gem? I don't know about that.
Yeah.
She's been like one of the easiest heroes to pick off at the moment. And Queen of Pain now suddenly in a lot of trouble. Here comes she doesn't know Slardo's going to blink it. Blink, crush, damage out. They can see where she's going. Leshrac is going, split, chain the stun. And down goes Queen of Boobs once again. 0 and what now? Actually, no, she's 2 and 7. Oh, she picked up 2 kills. Alright. Still, 7 deaths. 7 deaths. Not exactly going how she wanted. I mean, 102 CS. Not that bad for 22 minutes in. But yet,
when you're 7 deaths out of a total 9 kills that Ehome have, that is a ridiculously high % of those kills that Ehome have all been on the Queen of Pain.
Yeah, this is true. This is definitely true, actually. Oh, wow. Yeah, I mean, look at that. 7 deaths, 1-0, 1-0. Ouch. Probably feeling a little bit silly right about now. And I mean, some of them have just been over-aggression. Like, we saw her just get trigger-happy on the Enigma in mid and just end up dying. Enigma winding up outplaying her. Like, even a 1v2 situation, Enigma managing to win that. But I'm curious on the Gemma's true side on Enchant. I mean, I'm sure she's probably going to be hanging back from the fight, yet somehow, I mean, she's dying a fair bit. I suppose they're all dying about it equally, though. 2 deaths apiece. Very neat.
Yeah,
neat and tidy.
It's one of those things where Enchantress is the one who's in the jungle and can do most of the dewarding here. It would be okay on the Shadow Demon as well, probably, but Enchantress is just being, right now, a bit more present around the map, as we are going to see. There we go. Roshan is going to go down. Should be pretty easy and quick here, unless LGD want to make something happen with this. It does look like they have a ward near mid lane, which has not been dewarded yet.
Unless their Spidey senses
are a bit scared.
Unless their Spidey senses tingled, I don't think LGD know this. Well, they know what's going actually. Now I've seen them. They're smoked up and ready to go. So yeah, they know something's up, but I don't think they would have seen it. It would have just been guessing. They might have just clipped vision. I'm not sure. They might have just gotten vision. And now Ehome decided, you know what, let's keep risking. I mean, they've got Blink and Black Hole up. So if shit really goes bad, I mean, they've got Blink, Black Hole, and a Black King Bar on Enigma. So if stuff goes, like, if LGD try to force a fight down here, I mean, there is a really good chance for King J to completely wreck them with a huge Black Hole.
Yeah, and that's what they're scared of. King J has a BKB and Blink, and that's just, I mean, there's nothing they can do to prevent that Black Hole going off. So I think they saw that and just decided, okay, they're going for Roshan, but guess what? There is nothing at all we can do about it when they have a Blink, BKB, Enigma. Even if he only catches 2 or 3, it's still enough to just convincingly win a fight for Ehome. Then they've got the Slider to follow it up. So they're going to give up Aegis to Ehome. QQQ going to pick that one up. And, I mean, LGD, I mean, I feel like they should have tried to maybe trade it for a tower, but they're not even going to get a top or mid tower. They still yet to take a tower, and Ehome just in complete control of this game, I've got to feel.
As I think there might be a gank up top. Leshrac in some trouble. They're getting jumped by several hit face. So damn tanky. His Bloodstone is done. So it's just like, you know what, we'll try and kill them. That's not working. And Crystal Manion, fortunately not being spotted going to the side shop. In fact, they might not even care. QQQ says, you know, it's Chris Man, I don't care. I'm just going to gun after this. Oh, no, she came back out instead of porting. She's going to get hit by a split earth. No, it gets damaged down, and they're just going to go screw it. Just going to walk in there. Although they kill the Slider with a sudden amount of burst. Counter-attack can come from LGD there. Crystal Maiden somehow still alive. I'm not sure how this is possible. Echo Slam from ES. King J now with a huge black hole. Catching 3 heroes. This is not looking good for LGD. The Crush to follow up. Windrunner in some trouble. Blink out from Queen of Pain. She will escape, but Crystal Maiden going to get wiped out as well. Surprisingly, managing to trade 2 for 1. Shackle landing there, catching the Shadow Demon. Although Windrunner in a serious amount of trouble here. She's got Windrun up in 2 seconds. Slider gonna blink in though, going for the Crusher, gonna gun for Morphling. They could take this. He doesn't have waveform up. Queen of Pain is back in here, but Morphling's still dying quickly. He can't get out of this, although it looks like they're gonna have to trade that for Slider. But I think they're okay trading the kills because their main carry power is actually the Shrek as they randomly pop a smoke. I'm not dead sure why that went off. I think a possible misclick there.
And they're looking for this Leshrac again, and there's going to be a future. They may lose this Leshrac here. Shackle not going to land. They're going to lose Leshrac. I have to say, I think LGD actually going to come out on top of this fight.
Good
they
recovery.
killed Leshrac twice.
Good.
They killed him at the start of the fight. He respawned and died again. So, I mean, they lost Morphling. That was the only loss for them. He almost waved out there. But I think LGD going to be very happy with that trade there, considering BKB, Blink on Enigma, and...
That second trade, yeah. I mean, the Enigma got a big black hole off, but it just wasn't... I think Leshrac's a little bit slow to get involved there. We got the Slider, definitely follow up with the Crush, but of course, you know, with his Blink Dagger, it'd be pretty hard for him to miss that. But yeah, anyway, great initiation. Just it did. I mean, they got 2 heroes out of it, but at the same time, they still lost the Enigma They still lost the Enigma during that first engagement up further up the lane.
Well, they also lost the Leshrac. They lost the... it was a 2 for 2 trade. It wasn't 2 for 1. It was 2 for 2.
Okay.
Even with that big black hole, it was still 2 for 2.
And they lost the Aegis too.
Leshrac and Enigma.
They lost the Aegis there too.
So it was at no point were Ehome really winning that team fight. And at the end, I mean, they lost a few more heroes in the scrappy play. Leshrac died a second time. So Slider died as well. I mean, he lost Aegis and died a second time. So I mean, LGD, I have to say, coming out on top of that fight, and they still get to take a tower. If they start winning team fights and taking down towers, that gold graph is going to swing quickly towards their way because they've yet to take a single tower. That's just gold waiting to go their way. And Leshrac, DD Rune gets, and DD Rune and a haste for Queen of Pain, not going to commit to this.
Greedy.
It does. There is backup for Leshrac there.
I mean, you got both runes. Like this, it's like the almost as good. I mean, it's not much better combination of runes you can ask for. Haste and a double damage. It's like asking to destroy something. Oh, the Queen of Pain though, with the backup there, will have to back off from the Leshrac. And somebody asked for item checks, and we'll bring that up for you. Now we see the Morphling has got a BKB done and dust. Of course, Leshrac, you've seen his Bloodstone already. And Enchantress actually picking up a Vitality booster. Okay, that's a little bit different. Normally we see the point booster. I mean, the Vitality booster is 100 gold cheap. It gives 50 more health. I don't know where she's going with the Vitality booster, but I mean, the good thing about the point booster is it builds into an Argent, which is a really fantastically good item on Enchantress. Whereas the Vitality booster, well, for Enchantress, I mean, it's a good item if you're going like to a hard or something. But Enchantress, her build rarely goes in that direction, so I'm not sure why she really justified the extra 100 gold there.
Yeah, we'll see what Enchantress wants to get. I think the Vitality boost on Enchantress is just nice for the pure HP. It's one of those it's very cost effective for the HP you get from it. But right now, we are going to see another tower going Ehome's way, I believe. And yeah, Ehome just happy to keep this momentum going. I don't think they're going to want to team fight again. After how badly that went, they'll probably be a bit reluctant. Even with such a nice black hole, they're going to want to wait for this Aegis to respawn. It is going to be a good 5 minutes, but even so, they can just use this time to farm. But as a result, LGD, silent on that Morphling, is going to catch up. He's already got the BKB. I would say he's going to go for the Skadi now. I mean, I think the Ethereal Blade is a decent item, but it's just one of those games where he needs to just go for the pure stats and survivability. That's something like a Skadi can give him.
I mean, we thought the Skadi was coming in the IG versus DK games, and yet, well, they started busting out Ethereal Blades left, right, and center, if memory serves me correctly. I'm pretty sure I'm not getting my Banes mixed up there. They just,
no, I think you're right.
They just bust out late Ethereal Blades. I mean, maybe the Chinese are more on board with the Southeast Asian style of play now. As we're going to see a Shackle Shot going there. Will land on MMI there, but nobody going to be able to follow up there. And Morphling just popping out the replication there. As, I mean, he's going to need to send those back to base, so just to use as an escape mech, just because he's up against the Enchantress, and she does have a habit of nicking illusions when you're not watching. Actually, I'm going to use those to hit you with.
It is very annoying as a Morphling when your replica gets immediately sold. Morphling, though, runs into this Enigma at top lane. as it looks like Morphling just going to... Is that an Invisary? Yeah, he pops an Invisary in here. Probably just going to want to farm this out, but here comes back up to the Enigma. Smoke being used on Slardar, Shadow Demon, and Enchantress. They're looking for this pickup on Morphling, who is currently without backup in a bit of trouble here. He does have that replicant he can go to, though, yeah. And he needs to use that soon, although he may get chain stun.
He's in some trouble. There's the Malthus as well, and you are correct, Yods. They get the chain stun down. And Morphling, all for his Black King Barish replication, he can go nowhere. And there is just a surprise. The surprise butt sex from Slardar's Blink Dagger, just completely knocking him out there. Slardar so dangerous and mobile with those blinks. And I mean, he's stunned. He's AoE stun. Like, despite its short range, his stun is honestly one of the most cost-effective and powerful stuns in the game. It's 2.5 seconds worth of stun and then a 2-second slow after that. That is really good. But I mean, for 115 mana, you can't get much better than that. It's got placement issues, of course, being AoE centered on him. And I think he's going to try and gun this. I mean, throws down the damage yet. He's going to fight the Queen of Pain. Stun does not hit her. She does not care. Activates the BKB as we see Winra actually forced up away into a fight. Change the mind. The power shot going through there, but we've got a Black Hole and a Black King Bar ready for Enigma, so they really need to be careful. I mean, obviously we saw them come back from the Black Hole and Black King Bar from the last match, but they need to be careful, especially since Leshrac, oh well actually they know with Leshrac is his bottom lane at the moment. Looks like he's building a BKB. Once he gets that, oh boy, he's going to be very, very scary. Not that he already isn't. I mean, already, Leshrac is scary just about any stage of the game, just because he has so much fire, but it's just like so much bottled fire, so much bottled rage. It's just like you shake it up and then throw it at the enemy and let it just unleash. Absolutely nuts.
The problem is going to be that Queen of Pain and Morphling, both with BKBs, True. I mean, those heroes can shake, I mean, just completely negate a lot of that damage coming from Leshrac. They won't be able to really take out Leshrac, because Leshrac's fairly tanky, especially with a BKB. He's going to be near unkillable during that duration, but they can just go for heroes like Slardar, maybe, even the Enchantress, or Shadow Demon. Those two heroes are very squishy, and Slardar doing a lot of damage. He's not squishy, but if you can take him out of the fight, things will be looking pretty good for LGD. But now mid lane, Enigma trying to position for a big Link Black Hole as Crystal Maiden going to get amped up, and that's going to give Ehome some much needed vision, and even beyond this tower.
You see Winra actually scouting for it with a power shot, and I should mention that Slardar appears to be building a Black King Bar as well, has got his own Ogre Club up and running. ES just tossing out random visions in the jungle because he can, because why not? Damage amp though is giving, Crystal Man, look how scared she is. She's got the damage armor, she's hanging all the way back, and she's gone for the Crystal Nova, and you see again, she's gone for that Arcane, only 2 levels in Arcane Orb, just because you don't need, like, there is no need, and I think in this metagame especially, there is definitely no need to max Arcane Aura. It is very rare that you need that much mana regen. Like 2 levels, even 1 level is fine for a lot of lines, just because heroes, like, and players, they already have the ability to look after their own mana. It's nice, but it's nice, but if you want to start fighting, especially since Crystal Man has had to fight early, just because LGD have been under so much pressure, getting the nukes is just so much more powerful. I see a possible chase here. King J having to run away really quickly.
King J has got 3.6k gold. We'll see what he wants to pick up now. Maybe go for a sheep stick, or maybe just look to tank up here. Could even, if they want to just go for the pushing power, even something like a Necro book could be fairly useful here. But the thing right now that Ehome are doing really well is having this map control. They've got wards all around this mid lane. They've got one in the lane itself. They've got one in the neutrals on that big cliff. They've just got such great vision overall, and they know what LGD are doing, except when they smoke, which is happening at the moment. CM smoked up here. It doesn't look like too many other heroes are smoked, and Enchantress going to get spotted here, but Slardar is there. No TP for Enchantress, but already the plot is foiled, and they will back off.
Always hate it when my plans get foiled, but Mithril Hammer up on Slardar. He's only about 700 gold away from that from that BKB. Once he gets out, oh boy, he's going to be so hard to stop in these fights. I'm just checking the goal. It's still well in favour of the Dire team, but then again, I mean, we've seen Morphling come out. As long as he gets back, if he gets his Manta, he's going for Manta. He's got that Yasha up and running. If he gets that Manta style, it's going to be difficult. I mean, it's going to suddenly get a lot of right-click damage. Going to be relatively durable. Can even knock off the amp damage against him. So, I think Ehome, they need to make something happen relatively soon. They want to make something happen soon. They can't afford to sit around. What happened?
Enigma is building a refresher orb.
Oh, wait. Let me items where?
On Courier. It's on the Courier at the moment. He hasn't quite finished it, but he's building it. Mid lane though, Man great shackle shot. Catches the Enchantress and the Shadow Demon. Gem is on the ground. They're going to lose. Oh, Shadow Demon self-destruction, and Queen of Pain in a lot of trouble. Can't get the BKB off. They kill Queen of Pain before it can BKB, but they lost their 2 supports. Gem on the ground is going to get picked up by Leshrac, but that was a fantastic shackle shot. Catching 2 heroes, and they take them both out, although Queen of Pain dying without using BKB.
I don't
Bit of a
know
mistake there.
how it got those two heroes in that forest there. It was ridiculous.
Me neither. That
It's-
was... yeah, one was in front, one was in the jungle, and instead of going to a tree, it went to the hero.
I've got to say, Shackles, I mean, Shackles are full of bullshit. Like, they seem to hit stuff on, like, a 90-degree angle sometimes, or just, like, completely bypass stuff, and yet when I fire them, they never hit anything. Well, that just might be me. In fact, it probably is me. And let's go and have... Oh, you know, it might be another engagement here. I just want to check that... I really want to check that courier, though. In fact, if I just press the courier... Oh, I can just... No, that selects the Radiant courier. That's not helpful. Maybe if I click on the Dire guy... Oh, there we go. I can do it without... Oh, fantastic. Alright. So all I have to do is click on a Dire hero and then click the rate... Yeah, there we go. So, Refresher Orb recipe indeed. Oh, boy.
And he's just 800 gold away from that Perseverance, and then he'll have enough gold for it. So we're going to see a Refresher on Enigma very, very soon. I think it's a decent item choice here. I mean, he's got the BKB, he's got the Blink Dagger. His team don't... I mean, he's not going to be the one going for a mech or pipe here. I mean, they just don't feel they need those items, and yeah, why not get a Refresher? You can just throw a Black Hole really early on in the fight, and then come back with a second one when the other team think they're safe.
Let's see. Amp damage go down. Ah, okay, it's spawning up an illusion there, trying to get rid of that. Enchantress actually stealing that replication to say, hang on, I'm going to have that. Going to send it off to do something. And they will actually go for Roshan once again. They've got plenty of vision. And of course, they've got the in fact, they've even got the counter wards up as well. Not that they really need that much. They've got gems up and running as well. And I mean, this is just how well. This is just how hard Ehome have been pushing. I mean, they've only lost one tower at 35 minutes in. And the mid tower is only on half health. It's not like it's on a sliver of health. So it's only on half health. So it's not even taking that much damage. And this gives them so much map control. Just the fact that it keeps the creep waves pushed back so far. Although it looks like LGD has decided finally they're going to do something about that. Take that top tower. First tier top tower. But they sacrifice a Roshan for it. And I mean, again, I wouldn't have gone there to try and contest that. BKB, Blink on Enigma, Black Hole is up. Would have been a really, really risky proposition to try and fight down there still.
Yeah. But I have to say, LGD have clawed their way back into this game. I mean, they've been down by 7.5k gold for a good 20 minutes here, but it hasn't changed. They've not let Ehome get further ahead, which has just been due to sheer determination, winning these fights and just trading wherever possible. Ehome, though, going to go for this last outer tower, but LGD at top, they're going to be trading for a tower of their own. Morphling now, Yasha up, 4.3k gold, probably going to finish off this Manta style. As there we go, Manta is now up on Morphling. That's going to help him shake off the amp damage, as well as give him some additional DPS in these team fights. Queen of Pain just trying to counter push at top. We'll have to TP home, though, get ready to defend.
Yeah, Morphling does have buyback ready to go though in case he is in some serious... I'm just checking for buybacks on other heroes. Queen of Pain doesn't have it. So if they lose this fight, maybe the only buybacks will come from maybe Earthshaker, Windrunner, and the Morphling. Morphling's definitely got enough. Windrunner definitely got enough as well, although she really wants to save it because I mean she's going for a Hex at the moment. I honestly don't know how helpful the Hex... It's going to be nice. It's going to be nice, but then again, like the key heroes have BKBs, and I mean they don't have like some super hard hero. It might be nice for slowing Leshrac down anyway. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's a replication of Queen of Pain there. As we see Enigma go in, he gets the Black Hole, but it's just on Queen of Pain. And I think they can just trade this because she doesn't have a buyback. Suddenly now...
He's got a Refresher.
Oh,
He's
yes!
Use a Refresher, I think. Here we
oh,
go.
no!
Black Hole, Morphling and Crystal, mate. The BKB still up as well. Morphling is going to survive it, though. Big ES ulti, and Ehome may have overextended.
No.
They've lost Slada, but Aegis. Enchantress goes down. Morphling survives somehow. LGD. I think they may hold.
I'm surprised that ult only hit 2. I thought he could get 3 in that for sure, but he just decided, you know, screw it, so it's directly on a couple of heroes, and somehow they hold, and they might even get a Leshrac out of this. This is ridiculous of the Blink in the Crush, though the Morphling's back, waveforms in, down goes Leshrac. I think, did he manage to kill the gem in time, or has he managed to drop it for some...
It's on the Slada, but Slada now probably going to go down to this Queen of Pain. Enchantress snipes the Earthshaker with a big impetus, and now Enchantress going to go on the run, does not have a TP up.
Buybacks.
All these, like there's been 6 buybacks during that team fight. I mean, Earthshaker, Queen of Pain, Leshrac, all these heroes buying back, and now Leshrac and Enchantress looking to go on the counterattack here. Ehome somehow still have 4 heroes alive, even after losing 3 or 4 during that fight, as well as an Aegis. LGD, I'm pretty sure most of their heroes did buy back, except Morphling has not. Windrunner did buy back, so did the Queen of Pain, and I believe Earthshaker as well. Yep, 3 LGD heroes used buyback that fight. I
know, I kind of feel, even though it was a cute trick sending it the Black Hole only on the Queen of Pain, but at the same time, I mean, she just fought back. She was straight back into the fight, so it feels like they really should have saved that first Black Hole. The second one was decent. I mean, it caught 2 heroes. Could have got 3 to be dead honest there. Probably could have sucked the Queen of Pain in at the same time, but... Oh, in the end, Ehome, I mean, they can't afford... If another fight like that happens where they don't cinch it and take a Rax, I think Ehome are in some serious trouble. Morphling is getting to the point where he is a real problem for them to deal with. This is worrying me for Ehome indeed.
I mean, he didn't, and the fact that he didn't have to buy back that fight, he just continued to farm. He can get that next big item coming up is going to be very, very crucial. As I mean, whatever it is, Butterfly, Scardy, I mean, it just needs something to help do more and more damage. And heroes like Slada are going to start becoming very squishy to this Morphling DPS. Wow, that's what I'm talking about. 4 braces.
Well, I mean, if you get picked up a lot, why not? I mean, it makes sense. You only need, like, at this point in time, the only issue is she doesn't have room for wards and stuff. I suppose she can just drop them every now and then when she needs some wards. But then we got a Fisher going down. Oh, wow. Their Frostbite, though, getting bounced off by the BKB. And now Slada going to try to go toe-to-toe with Morphling. Not really working, though. Morphling is winning this fight. So the Morphling with his BKB now might reconsider. Gets stunned there by the Malefice. Is into trouble. Second tick there. Ult from Queen of Pain doesn't do squat, really. And the Impetus doing so much. Save! Banished by Cupid-Cat. Fantastic. And Queen of Pain overextending again. But Morphling, too damn strong. Gonna morph stats and then teleport home. And it's just, I think this is going to become the short and think, the real trouble. That the fact that they just cannot deal with this Morphling. Although, again, they did lose to Crystal Maiden as well as a Queen of Pain. But at the same time, Morphling, I mean, they don't really need the Queen of Pain that bad.
How does CM die? You've got 4 braces. You can't die with 4 braces. Defies logic. But no, yeah, I've got to say, every fight, Morphling's going to make sure he takes out 1 or 2. That fight he took out of Slada. And I mean, Ehome are trying to push down mid. They have got 1 black hole up. Have they got 2? Yes, they've got a double black hole. So maybe double black hole and a BKB. Maybe they're feeling they can make this happen and get a Rax out of this. So LGD do need to be very careful here.
They need this Rax. So single target black hole again, and she has buyback, I think. No, she doesn't. It's on cooldown. Refresh gets popped, but he dies before he can do anything with it. We're going to see Morphling take out Leshrac. Morphling going for Shadow Demon now as well. And there's a whole bunch of kills for the Radiant side. And like I said, it's just the Morphling. They cannot deal with him. And they could not afford this fight. They wasted a refresher on top of it. And those single target black holes, I feel, are just such an error.
It's one of those things where he's like, okay, I'm going to bait this team. We're just going to force a team fight by using a black hole. It's basically saying we've got 2 black holes, so the first one can just be used to initiate. I don't mind the fact that he hits 1 hero. The problem was he was in a position where Morphling just right-clicked him down. By the time he refreshed, he was already so low that he died before he could use his second black hole. I think the strategy is not that flawed, but it was just the execution there was not quite spot on coming out from King J.
Fair enough then. Fair enough then. Yeah, we go. See him actually keeping 1 slot open for Observers, but I mean she doesn't have TP right about now, which is always got to carry the TP. So I don't know. Maybe she should have spent some of the brace of money on upgrading treads. Because, I mean, there's +8 strength there. It's not terrible. Plus, it saves a spot open.
Yeah, I mean, I think later on, as this game goes, if CM does get rich, you may even see Boots to travel up on CM just for the global presence. I mean, even a Frostbite, being able to TP in with a Frostbite can set up a kill. Or, I mean, you also want to have, in general, have a spot for that TP. But all in all, Morphling now, Eagle Song is up. Probably going to be a Butterfly, unless we see the late game Ethereal Blade. But I don't think Ethereal Blade is that good against too many of these heroes. They do have BKBs. Although Enchantress maybe could be just complete food fodder if Morphling wants to go that build, although looks like he's not going to buy it right now, although he definitely wants to make sure he has buyback gold, so probably going to be reluctant to buy anything.
Yeah, I mean, Ehome, while they've lost the last couple of games, still not out of it yet. There's plenty of potential to still win this, especially, I mean, double black holes are always a threat. But the issue is definitely going to be, I mean, they cannot afford to keep this rate of play up just because the more they stall, the more dangerous Morphling is getting. I mean, they did a great job of shutting him down early. It's just they haven't been able to capitalize off that. I mean, you've got Leshrac. I mean, maybe the lack of a mech maybe really hurting, the lack of a pipe maybe really hurting them. Maybe they should have. I mean, that's been the stock standard items for a push line. It's been mech and a pipe. And I mean, we don't have those here, do we? No mech, no pipe, no mech, no pipe. No.
That's why I'm surprised. Enigma goes for this refresh. I mean, normally you would see these Chinese teams going for that efficient team play where you get the mech and the pipe, and that will help you. I mean, look at these Radiant heroes. It's not like they're up against single focus stuff. They're up against ES, Windrunner, who are doing the fissure plus power shot spam, Morphling waving in, and Queen of Pain with all kinds of AoE. I'm really surprised they didn't go for the mech and pipe. Enigma is a perfect hero to get those items on. I mean, you could even get a mech up on Shadow Demon if they really wanted, but not going for any of those items, I do feel is hurting them quite a bit here.
Yeah, I mean, that's an extra 650 health per team member. I mean, and then you have the Enchantress heal on top of that. It just make the team so damn durable. And I mean, they haven't exactly done a lot of things with the black holes anyway. I mean, we had the single target black holes is really questionable, I think. Really, really questionable. But anyway. Earthshaker though, he's got a blink dagger up, he's had that for a little while now, 1500 gold saved up as well. Level 2 ulti, he's actually pretty dangerous at the same time. I mean, they've got lots of AoE, it's really, really nasty. Crystal Maiden, I mean, this is it, like, she keeps having to hot swap wards, in fact. Got a sentry ward, gonna throw one down over here maybe, or she's just, yeah, she's gonna look for a laning ward all the way, that's a really... I would be surprised to see a laning ward all the way out here from the Dire this late in the game, but then again... Who knows? The Radiant team, though, going to utilise their own jungle. Just going to try and catch from the farm. The Dire top lane actually pushing in pretty hard at the moment. And we've got Lanham in the mid. I'm just going to check the gold swing.
Yeah, right now both teams are playing fairly cautiously. They know, Ehome know that these team fights are not going their way, and Morphling getting too farm. Whereas LGD, they're in a situation where they can't really push, but they also feel very comfortable in this Morphling's farm as long as they're playing in a defensive manner. They're not going to lose any fights.
Indeed, and the Butterfly is done and dusted on Morphling too. Does he have money for buyback as well? Negative, he doesn't, so he's decided to play it a little bit risky. Enchantress stealing more things that don't belong to her because she can. But, yeah, I mean, he's got the Butterfly. I mean, he really hurts. He's 250 damage. 250, 260 damage. And he's got that evasion. It's just, he can get rid of the damage. I just do not, there's just no way Slardar or even Enchantress can go toe-to-toe with him now. They just have no way to meet him in this late game. So he's just, I don't think... At this point in time, unless Ehome get off some brilliant, I mean absolutely insanely brilliant, huge black hole clusters, I don't see them winning this game. It's gone too late. It's 45 minutes in. Morphling is stacked, despite Queen of Pain feeding like a boss. I think LGD have definitely got this.
I'd say they're in a better position here, but you can't call it over. I mean, you've seen this.
True.
I would have said if this was about 20 minutes ago, I would have said Ehome have definitely got this. They've got such a big lead. They've got all these they've got free access to Roshan. They can just push on in, keep increasing their lead. But LGD somehow managed to have these magnificent team fights. And even when Enigma got that refresher up, I mean, they just didn't play. It came down to Ehome making a few mistakes. So it's something that any team is capable of. So I think it's one of those things where even now, I'd say LGD have the advantage, but by no means is this over. I mean, one mistake from Morphling could set things off, although so far Sylar has been proven to be a pretty sturdy carry, not getting picked off and not really making too many silly plays.
I mean, he hasn't even
we'll see what comes up next.
He hasn't even been particularly slippery this match either. He's just been flat out pop on strength morph, and suddenly, well, you can't touch this. Just cannot touch this. I think Chris Main's pretending. She's trying to pretend. She's Morphling. She's just going, you know what, braces everywhere. I'm going to have so much strength. She's going to pretend I'm Morphling. It's going to work. Which, I mean, this isn't terrible. I mean, this is kind of why we see Dendi when he's trying to, like, just get that Vanguards and even the Sange on the Chris Main. It's just for the pure health gain, just to make him ridiculously hard to kill. Because, I mean, if you're in that fight, the more Crystal Novas, the more Frostbites you get. If they can change it, like you said, guys, even just one Frostbite teleporting and get Frostbite, if it can completely turn things around. As Queen of Pain, Xiao 8 finally back in here. But again, I think they're going to give up another... I mean, now they could actually hope to contest this rush. I mean, Morphling's at a stage where he can pretty much fight just about anyone he can. So as long as he doesn't get caught in the black holes, which he'll need to watch out for. But even if he gets caught in the black... As long as he's there, standing and fighting, I think Ehome will struggle. Like, Ehome will struggle to hold onto this rush if they get engaged while they're trying to take it.
Yeah, and Roshan is going to be the stage for the next team fight. But it looks like Ehome in slightly better position. LGD are not really nearby, and with Morphling at top, I mean, he can TP back, he can maybe send a replicate that way, but Roshan is respawning in the next 10-15 seconds, it looks like. So if Ehome can get that quickly, get the cheese and Aegis, I mean, you say LGD should win this game, you think they're probably going to win this. I mean, I have to agree, they're in a better position, but if Ehome get cheese and Aegis, definitely then anything can happen. Ehome can maybe use someone as bait, have the Aegis, and...
two fights where they've had, like, they look like they should crack two fights with double black holes, with Aegises, and it's just, they've lost them. They've just kept losing these fights. So I don't know. I just feel like the Morphling is at a stage they just cannot touch. And especially, like, he's going to have buyback gold pretty soon as well. I mean, he hasn't even bought back yet.
He doesn't at the moment, though. He's only on 600 gold. So that's the thing. Ehome should be able to get a free Roshan, because I don't think LGD want to fight at Rosh when Morphling doesn't have buyback. Because if they lose Morphling, they could lose the game right then and there.
Sure.
These teams will not take that big a risk. So I think LGD will give up Roshan. Which means, even with Aegis and Cheese, like you said, Ehome have not been winning fights, but I mean, they've only been hitting those one-man or two-man black holes. If things start changing and King J gets in slightly better position, definitely things could quickly turn in Ehome's favor, I feel. I mean, they still have that big gold lead.
And this is where I don't like this vitality booster on the enchant. I mean, she's getting money, it's getting late into the game. I mean, this is where she's got options to expand her build, like to finally get the darkness. But by going for the vitality booster, sure you get an extra 50 health for 100 gold less, but now you're with a dead end on that item. Like, what are you going to build? A Vanguard? It's a heart? It's just... She doesn't do anything with those. I mean, maybe, I don't know, Bloodstone. It's just... I would really be surprised to see a Bloodstone on Enchantress even. It's just the point booster would allow you to go places in the end game, whereas, well... This vitality boost is just 250 health, and that's it. You're not going to do anything more with it, and it just eats up a slot. So that's why I find it so weird. But the cheese in the Aegis being picked up by Ehome, like you said, LGD not going to risk fighting there. In fact, they're just content to keep pushing, keep farming. I mean, look, Morphling almost has buyback money again. That's how much cash he's getting. And there we go. One more wave, and maybe a crit in a neutral camp, and he'll have enough for buyback and dying. So,
there we go. LGD, once they have that buyback, will be in a much more comfortable position. Although, I mean, he still needs a bit of gold. He still needs a good 500 or 600 gold. He'll lose some gold when he dies. So he does need to get up to about 2k, maybe even 2.2k gold, just to be safe. As we're going to see what they want to go for here. As, I mean, LGD, they're in no rush. They just want to make sure they have this lanes being pushed out. As long as the lane's being pushed out, Ehome are not going to be able to find that opening they need. And as you said, Enchantress, it may be a Bloodstone, has picked up a soul booster here.
Wow, okay then, fair enough. It is going to be a blood. I did not expect this, but alright. I suppose, like, I never really considered a soul booster. I mean, she could go for the Bloodstone, but a soul booster itself is actually not a terrible standalone item. I mean, gives health regen, gives mana regen. I mean, you can sleeve that, although the Bloodstone obviously going to be a bit more, but if you really want to spend that extra 1600 gold, she might decide, you know, I've got enough health, I'll just go for something else. But yeah, definitely, I mean, this is probably the first time I've seen a soul booster with a possible Bloodstone at the end of it on an Enchantress. It's definitely a little bit weird. I mean, normally we see the items just because it gives us so much more firepower. And it allows her to almost be like, just
I think it's
pick
one
on
of
a
those
couple of
things where, this late in the game, those Impetuses, you're not going to get too many off before you go down, and Soul Booster does give slightly more survivability. Not to mention, Bloodstone, you respawn faster. Late in the game, you want to respawn as fast as possible. So, late game Bloodstone could be fairly useful.
We'll see then. We'll see. I mean, yeah. Earthshaker, though, has picked up a Ghost. If this is going to help him deal with quite a few heroes, just right-clicking him in those fights. Looking at Morph... Is that more? Oh, there's Illusions, actually. Real Morphlings down here. Sylar is down there. 2,500 gold at the moment. So, I mean, he's got enough to die and buy back now. So, LGD in a pretty safe position at the moment. Morphlings are just going to keep farming Discovery. He's actually eaten everything in the jungle. A little bit disappointed now. Going to go and farm that mid by the looks of things. And Ehome, I mean, the longer they wait, the more troublesome this gets. We see finally a cloak on Shadow Demon. Oh, actually, he's also got a Staff of Wizardry. Actually, maybe he just got the cloak ages ago and I didn't see it. I'm probably going to see a 4-staff on the Shadow Demon, actually. And I'm definitely a little... do we have a mech yet anywhere? No, still no mech. This is really... No mech, no pipe. This really has shocked me. The fact that they didn't go for these. It's just been such a core item for push lineups, and then yet Ehome decided, you know what, we don't need one. And I feel it's a questionable choice, and it may be hurt. I mean, I feel like they just couldn't sustain those pushes. Well, they just got burst down in the middle of fights. I mean, it wasn't so much that they lost key heroes, it's just they lost a couple of heroes here and there, and then suddenly you're trying to push 3v4, 3v3, and suddenly it's really tough. It's really tough to do.
No, I agree. I mean, and we do see the Radiant team. They've now picked up a Sheepstick on the win round, so they're going to have at least one Hex, maybe a second one coming on Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, though, 4k gold with a point booster could go for an Acceptor, but right now the priority is always going to be having buyback gold. We'll see as soon as a team fight goes down, whichever team, regardless of what happens, whoever dies, if one team wins the team fight, the other team will mass buyback. Even if it's an even team fight where there's 2-for-2 trade, heroes will use buyback just to try to give their team an edge by TPing back in. So the next team fight we'll see probably about another 6 buybacks or so happening from both teams combined, like that last big team fight when Ehome tried to get a Rax at mid.
Oh boy, it's going to get a little nuts on us. You're going to be like, hang on, what, didn't you die? Didn't we just see you die? But no. Mass buybacks it's going to be then. See, oh wow, actually the track, did we call the travels on the track?
No, I did not realize that.
Okay, gives them a lot of mobility, although I don't know, split push now could actually be a better, or even if they win a team fight right and then teleport in. Although like you said, no mass buybacks are going to make that slightly problematic at the moment.
Yeah, but this is sort of this to me, rather than playing the math, I mean, sure they're spending a lot of time farming, but this is more sums up what Chinese are about. They play it relatively safe and conservative, try and get the biggest advantage as possible, and then one big team fight decides the game as a whole. We already had one big team fight. That team fight didn't decide, so it's going to be this next team fight, which is everything is just building up to this next massive clash, which will be very decisive. Both teams smoking up. Ehome in the top river. LGD, just in their own base, are going to be playing it very, very safe, though. They don't really want to go out, because even if they get caught off, they'll have to use those buybacks, which they don't want to do at this point.
I think they're hoping somebody's going to pop out and try and farm this wave that's pushing in now. Yeah, look at they're just hoping someone's going to move up, try and farm, and they're going to try and blink and jump him, and then turn it into a 4v5. Although then again, the buybacks, so many, except Chrisman, who's bought a Ghost Scepter. Actually, she's not going to have buyback. In fact, maybe even the ES. ES also no buyback money on him, so it's going to be the Queen of Pain, the Windrunner. No buyback on Windrunner. So it's going to be Queen of Pain, maybe. Definite, no, she doesn't have enough. So it's Morphling only with buyback cash. I mean, if they get a pick off here, I mean, Ehome, if they get a good pick off, maybe they could win this fight. It's just the Morphling, though, is just so damn hard to get rid of.
Yeah, and I think LGD are happy to sit in their base, knowing they've got a few key items. Like, I mean, this Queen of Pain Ags allows them to spam off these waves. You can just use the ulti on creeps, or even just on heroes, and blink on out. As long as they're sitting in their base, it's unlikely they're going to get picked off. And here, Ehome at bottom, going through, maybe looking to poke at this Rax here, but Queen of Pain, there we go. Queen of Pain just ultis creeps in top lane and then TP's home. It is a 40-second cooldown ulti. It's not going to be out right away. Cheat on Leshrac.
And a great shackle there. Wait for me. And he's got the Aegis though, but no black hole from an Enigma. It's still his thing was put on cooldown by something. And there we go. They've revived. You're going to move back in now. Blink, crush, here comes the Enigma, he's got double black hole, but the Echo Slam though, gonna go in there, there's the first black hole, gonna catch Crystalman, gonna catch ES though, they needed to catch the Queen of Pain, or the Morphling, got neither, and now Morphling is trying to wreck the Morphling now back in the mix, there's the second black hole, he misses the Morphling, however, gets Queen of Pain and Earthshaker, who brought back into the mix now, as we've got Earthshaker still in there, there's the Slider, gonna follow up with the crush, no, it's 6 seconds of cooldown, we've got the Morphling still fighting, he's got so much strength. Look at it, he's more fully on strength, he has ridiculous amount of health. And yet he still swings for 150 or so. Like, he's still hurting this Leshrac quite considerably. Look at that
4k HP and still doing massive damage. I mean, he's got the butterfly, so he still hits hard. He's got the Mansell, and that was a huge team fight. There was like 3 big shackle shots in that one team fight. First, the shackle shot where they picked off the Leshrac Aegis. Then, while the Enigma was black holing, 2 heroes got shackled together. I think it was the Leshrac again with the Shadow Demon or something, but there was another 2-man shackle shot. And Windrunner with the Morphling just held on there, and wow, what a incredible team fight from LGD. They got the team wipe, although it doesn't look like they're going to be able to get a Rax out of it. Well, actually they might. Morphling sort of replicate. Yeah, he's going to heal up and then replicate in. He's got plenty of Agi here, and I think Ehome may lose a mid-Rax out of this, as we will see some buybacks coming out. Slider has buyback as well, so they're not going to lose a Rax here. They'll use all those buybacks if needed.
And I mean, people say, why do people pick Windrunner? She's not even that good. Well, you just saw why. Shackle shots. Bloody shackle shots. They are ridiculously good. Not to mention she's just an all-round really good flexible hero. But there we go. Queen of Pain just throwing down those screams. They're going to try and burst away through the wave. The Eidolon conversion coming out. And there goes that tower. The Rax incoming. So Morphling is unstoppable now. He's still got his BKB up too. They just cannot do a damn thing. They get that Rax and now immediately going to pull out here. Very smart. They know, alright, let's not overextend. Because if we overextend here, do they even have the buybacks? I mean, Morphling, he didn't even buy back that fight. He didn't even die. I mean, I've got to say, it's the first time I've seen a Morphling go to full strength and still hit like a truck. I mean, the stun, like, even land like a 2-3 second stun with his adaptive strike there on Leshrac. Completely unexpected.
What? And he bought something. It's going to be a Skadi. Morphling is buying his Skadi now.
Wow.
Like, he didn't buy back. He spent a lot of his gold. He's going to have a Skadi here. Maybe even buy Boots of Travel on top of that, just so he can open up an item slot. But he's still got, I mean, plenty of item space.
Wait. It's a Hyperstone in there.
Ridiculously farmed.
Is that his? Maybe it's someone else's.
No, I don't think the Hyperstone will be someone else. Maybe the Windrunner or the Queen of Pain. I'd say it's maybe the Windrunner building a Majonia. Because Windrunner bought that sheepstick a long time ago.
Okay.
So I'd say it might be the Windrunners.
Could be, yeah.
Does it say? It should say who it belongs to. No, it doesn't.
That's useful.
Ice Frog has told me it should say who it belongs to, although it doesn't on career. There we go. Hyperstone Queen of Pain.
Alright then.
Why the hell not? Why the hell not?
I mean, it's good for the team. It's good for the team. I mean, remember they're mostly physical. It helps take the edge off Slardar's ultimate. I mean, they've also got the mech aura in there as well. So just flat out. I mean, they've got a fair amount of armor buffs going in. Do they have a Basilius as well? They've probably got a ring of Basilius somewhere. I mean, they could even afford. No, they don't actually.
Yeah, at this point in the game, the Basilius isn't entirely needed. But I mean, the Vlads would be nice just for the damage aura. I mean, that gives. I mean, when Morphling is still, he's got 258 damage. I mean, Vlad's is what, like plus 16% damage or something. That'd be quite a lot of damage. So even a hero like Earthshaker picking up a Vlad's at this point in the game, or the Crystal Main could be good. Although we do see CM picking up a Ghost Scepter, that's going to give her just a bit more survivability. I gotta love this Crystal Main.
She's had that for a little while now. She's had it
Yeah,
since the
3 braces, Go Scepter, Gem, and Boots. It's just, you've got to smile when you see that on a CM.
I mean, not normally. She's got what, 1500 health. That's a fair bit. I mean, you'd think like CM's gonna be squishy as all health. I mean, that's a fair bit for her, especially since she's only level 15. We're gonna remember that. Looking at the Queen of Pain. Wow, my God, is Queen of Pain farmed. And Morphling as well, 348 CS at this point in time, 283 for Queen of Pain. Wow, she really caught up on her farm at some point. I didn't even notice that. And you see there, Ehome, just look at that gold swing plummet. Just completely drop against the Queen of Pain, you know, ult. Oh, that's where she's getting money from.
And I don't know if you've realized, I just kind of, like, it just kind of hit me. This is just game 1. Like, this feels like it's game
crap.
5. This feels like it's game 7 of, like, the best of 7 in some, like, grand finals right now. But this is game 1.
It's ridiculous. Slider, though, still with a cheese. Actually didn't get a chance to pop it during the last fight, apparently. And they're going in... Oh, wow. So they're going to have 2 cheeses now and an Aegis. Alright, then. But, I mean, at this time, I mean, if they want to, LG, they could fight this if they want to. Or maybe they just won't even care. I mean, they're probably just thinking, you know what, Morphling's so freaking tough. Let's just let Ehome break against us and then counter push. It worked for them the last fight. Why not keep doing it? And apparently Slider didn't even get a chance to use that initial cheese. Who are they going to give it to now? Why not Enigma? Because why not Enigma?
I mean, Enigma is a pretty key hero at this point. I mean, just as we've seen, I mean, Enigma will pop off the first BKB black hole, but during that time, physical damage from Morphling gets Enigma nice and low. So having the cheese to heal up before you use that second black hole could help out for their team. But I mean, you've the double cheese now up, Enigma and Slada. But this is the problem for LGD. They're winning these fights. They're getting... I mean, they've taken out a mid-Rax now, but every time there's an Aegis and cheese, it's always going Ehome's way. I mean, Ehome with 2 cheeses and an Aegis, that gives them an extra life in these team fights. Sure, LGD have a feeling... You can tell they're much stronger. They've got the Morphling, but having a 5v6, not to mention 2 cheeses in the fray for Ehome, that's something scary to go up against.
I mean, although then again, Morphling, oh boy, Morphling, so, I mean, he's got another 3.3k. I would not be surprised to see Travels get popped out next. Just because Travel, I mean, it's just, at this stage of the game, Travels are an extremely powerful item, and all round it's just going to be really good for Morphling's mobility, just because he can teleport home, and then instantly, like, you know, he'll always be able to teleport home, or even replicate home, and then just teleport straight back into the fight, because replicating home is safer just because it's pretty much instantaneous, whereas trying to teleport home, of course, can get interrupted. We've got the Enchantress now. I mean, she's picked up the point booster now, so she is just going to sit in the soul boost. She says, you know what, I just wanted the raw health out of that, the raw mana out of that, and now she'll get that Arganims. Well, I think, anyway, I mean, she's got that extra point. I see no reason to... Unless she's going to stack soul boosters because she can? I don't know. I mean, we've actually seen Crobulus stack Vitality boosters because she can in this tournament before.
Who knows?
It could be anything.
Who knows? It really could be, but yeah, I guess Enchantress just wants pure HP at this point in the game. So why the hell not? I mean, you can see this late in the game, even supports can be hard to kill. I mean, you see Shadow Demon, 4-staff and Ghost Scepter, 2 great items as a support to have to keep yourself alive. I mean, CM doesn't have the 4-staff, but does have that Ghost Scepter. Single and 2k gold, so this could be CM maybe buying some boots to travel. I mean, at this point in the game, CM, you can buy back, but spending, what, 1,300 gold on buyback, that's a big chunk of gold for a CM. It's almost, and when you buy back, it's not like you're having a big impact. So we'll see CM picking up something maybe with this gold. But right now, LGD are at bottom lane. They want to make something happen. They've got Morphling at top, but he's got a rep at bottom. He can come in at any time, and I think LGD are feeling like this could be it. Time for that game-winning push.
Indeed. I mean, yeah, I feel really... I felt like this for a while. You know, you said, you know, LGD, Ehome could still win this, but I just feel that Morphling is just ridiculously stacked right about 4k. He's got so much... I mean, even if they kill him, he's basically got an Aegis anyway, because he can buy back and teleport straight back in. He's got the boots to travel up, and actually, no, he doesn't. I take that back. I was looking at the wrong person. Who's got the travels then? Maybe I was looking at Leshrac, actually. They're both sort of blue. I think I might have been looking at Leshrac, actually, because I'm going full retard once again. No travels on Morphling. But once he... I mean, if he gets the travels up running, because I really feel like that should be his next item. Just the mobility it's going to afford him is going to be huge. But he's probably saving enough cash to make sure he can buy back and also have the travels before he buys it. And Enigma gets a Scythe of the Vise, though. He's got that piggy stick up and running. I don't know how effective it's going to be, but we'll see. I mean, maybe if he can Hex, Black Hole, Refresh, Hex some more Black Hole... Maybe?
Yeah, that's a lot of disable. I mean, and the Morphling, the BKB is only 5 seconds, so just, or you know, it's still 6 seconds, but just throw this Hex on Morphling. Even if you don't hit him in the black hole, you can still do a lot of damage. I mean, Morphling won't be able to right-click away during the black hole. if he's cheap, so it could be fairly useful for Enigma. LGD is smoked up. They're going to put a ward on the high ground here. Both teams are with that ward, and it looks like LGD are going to reveal themselves from smoke just to do some dewarding here and try and break on through the top lane. Ehome don't have their lanes pushed out, so they're going to have to fight this 5-on-5. They've got Aegises, they've got Cheese, and they've got a lot of buyback. So this is going to be like a 5v. They're going to have to kill so many heroes if they want to get a Rax here.
Oh boy, this is going to be pretty damn crazy indeed. The Morphling just going to leave a replication here because he can. Yeah, we're going to leave that there. And it looks like they're actually going to back off. I mean, maybe they're going to try... they might actually try and get the mid lane pushing first. The mid lane should already push on its own. I mean, they've got the melee racks there. Or, I mean, they could just... I don't know what the hell they're doing, actually. They're just backing up. I think they want to get all 3 lanes pushing. Although, then again, I mean, this is a Chinese team, so who the hell knows? Maybe they're going to sit here. Maybe they're going to sit here for the next Roshan and try and take that before they push in.
Yeah, I mean, right now,
Please
this
don't.
LGD... I think LGD... I mean, it's the problem now for LGD is if they go for Rax, as I said, it's literally 5v10. For one thing, they've got Aegis, they've got 2 cheeses, and most of these heroes have buyback. Slardar has buyback. Enigma does not, just bought the sheep stick. And Leshrac should... Actually, no, Leshrac on the Aegis. Okay, only Slardar with buyback, but still, that's 2 lives on Leshrac, 2 lives on Slardar, 2 cheeses. It's just so hard for them to actually break on in. And if LGD lose a hero who has to buy back, they're not going to buy back right into the middle of the fight. Unless they have boots of travel. So it's a lot easier for Ehome to buy back and then come back into the fray. Which is why it's so hard for LGD to push. They want to wait till that Aegis is no longer in play. So we may see them waited out for that 5 minutes before Aegis respawns. Although, and then we'll see a 3rd cheese on the field. Why the hell not? 3 cheeses.
This is notice one of our mods bullshit called Zenith the Chinese team. I did that too. Someone was saying he should be demodded for calling Zenith the Chinese team. I think it just goes to show how crazy good Zenith are that everybody thinks they're Chinese just off the bat. See Zenith dominating and go, they're a Chinese team, they must be, they're so damn good. I've got to say, I mean, they don't play anything like this though, I don't think. I think they're way... I don't think we've seen any other game but the Chinese games go this long. Aside from Giggles versus Hirosh in the Open Qualifier Grand Final. Aside from that, I think this is the longest running game so far.
Yeah, it's
oh wait, and that IG match against Space Monkeys.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was a long one too.
Yeah. I can't even remember. I can hardly remember that game. I just remember it was a long one. But yeah, this is more reminiscent of the opening game from the international, where it was Ehome versus Ehome versus IG or something, where it went for like 80 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Weaver versus Spectre, and that was the first Dota 2 game ever broadcasted to the community, and it went for like 80 minutes. Farm game where that was literally a farm game where it was Spectre against Weaver, both trying to out-farm each other. This is more like a strategic positioning game. I mean, the Radiant team have got the Morphling character. The Dire team, they've got Slardar, they've got Leshrac. The only reason they're playing so defensive at the moment is because they literally just can't fight. They can't be aggressive, otherwise they'll lose any team fight to this over-farm Morphling.
It's like a lull, people. Even action games like Battlefield will have this. And when I say Battlefield, I mean Battlefield 2. Not Battlefield 3, because that's horrendous and it's not a Battlefield game. No, but I mean, you need to be in a game that has... If you're going to call this game a strategy game, you need to have these points in time where pure, just crazy batshit Call of Duty style aggression, just like run at the opponent and die and spray guns around and stuff, is not appropriate. Like this, although you might go, this is boring. Sometimes it's like chess. You've got to take a few moves to set things up. Sometimes it's not good to rush in. Sometimes you need to wait, see what your opponent's doing, and then play reactively, or just wait for the opportunity to favour you. Right now, it's just not that moment. It's just not that moment. Yeah. And there we go. Boots travel on Morphling, so he's got supreme mobility now. And we might even see him ditch to power treads or something as well. Another large item. He's got another 5k in the bank.
Maybe go for the Aegis a bit later on if they can get that going their way. But at the same time, maybe I feel like with Morphling having this much gold, he can be just having buyback and putting the Aegis on either Queen of Pain or Windrunner, who can then buy a big item, could be a better option, because Morphling is pretty much maxed out and can use that tread spot for maybe... I mean, could go absolutely anything. Could get a Divine Rape. I mean, some people... I saw someone mention Divine Rapiers. At this point in the game, Divine Rapier becomes definitely a viable choice on heroes. Even Queen of Pain or Windrunner with a Divine Rapier.
There we go.
But bottom lane, here we go. They found Morphling alone, and they are going to take him out.
That
He's going to have to buy back,
is ridiculous. Plus Leshrac. And of course the Midnight Pulse as well. That's like he's got like 2,500 how much? 2,500 health, yeah. Plus Midnight Pulse with a damage amp on top of that. That hurts. Like that adds up fast. That is ridiculously painful.
Late game Shadow Demon. I mean, that Soul Catcher with 50% damage amp makes Shadow Demon very viable in the late game. Anything percent based rather than just raw numbers scales well with the late game. I mean, it doesn't matter how much HP Morphling has, or it's always going to give 50% more. And these Dire heroes are starting to hit hard.
And he just bought back as well. So, I mean, if he want to go, although the Roshan is up in about 2-3 minutes now. Maybe 1 minute. I don't know. My clock reading
If they
skills
go,
fail.
they want to focus this Morphling because he's not going to have buybacks. So if they can focus him down, Ehome may be able to create an opening for themselves. But the problem is going to be now with buyback on cooldown, they're going to be protecting the Morphling. He's going to be a lot better positioned, and he will be ready with that BKB as well to keep himself alive. I mean, you can see he's going towards his bottom lane, but CM is already there. CM is there. If there was anyone going to gank, they would have had to first kill the CM, and Morphling wouldn't have even gone in there. Queen of Pain, Sheepstick as well. So, I mean, all these heroes getting ridiculously overfarmed at this point in the game.
I can't wait till Crystal Man gets that BKB out. It's going to be silly. Completely and utterly silly. But Leshrac, I think he's running out of item slots. And Leshrac's like, well, shit, I don't know what to buy now. He's got a slot open for Aegis, though. Once that Aegis disappears, which he doesn't have that much longer, actually. So we'll see what happens. As we see, the Hex again. DD in some trouble. He will force stuff away, get force stuff out of there, but he's going to get picked off. And he doesn't have buyback cash because he spent his money on the Ode Club. But, I mean, they're not going to push in anyway. Ehome don't want to start a fight right about now because it means only the Crystal Maiden down. Not such a big deal.
Yeah, it's not such a big deal, but it is going to... I mean, it provides some space. They know LGD are probably reluctant to just go push or even maybe counter Roshan. I think Ehome are going to get another free Roshan unless LGD feel confident without CM, and it looks like, yes, they're bleeding towards Roshan. They know exactly... They know it's respawn now because they would have written down the time here. Ehome going to set up a sentry ward. They're going to be ready for this. The problem is, I think Morphling Fireworks on cooldown. Queen of Pain blinks in. Sheepstick goes on Shadow Demon as the Ghost Scepter with the Queen of Pain ultimate. That is not a good time to use that Ghost Scepter. And now Enigma looking for a BKB Black Hole, but the BKB is on cooldown. Enigma needs to be careful.
And there we go, but they don't have that Soul Catcher, although the Black Hole, they've got a second Black Hole coming. This could be death for Morphling. Morphling, though, has been taken out. He gets gibbed, and no buyback, like you said. Queen of Pain now in some serious trouble, gets hit, gets taken out. Shackle Shot goes through. Windrunner is still fighting, but she cannot fight these heroes by herself. And Ehome's still in this mix. How? How?
Morphling, I mean, he used up his buyback, and there we saw, I mean, Morphling's a great late-game hero, but once you're up against heroes who also have 5 slots worth of items, I mean, Slardar, Assault Crest, BKB, Blink Dagger, Enigma, Sheepstick, BKB, Refresher Orb, Leshrac has a Shiva's Guard as well now. Because all the die heroes are also maxed out on items, it's not just like one carry, in one carry versus one carry, sure, Morphling's a great late-game hero, but this is like 3 carries versus 3 carries. You've got Queen of Pain and Windrunner pretty much maxed out. You've also got on the die team 3 pretty much maxed out heroes. So Morphling is, at this point, even with maxed out items, is still fairly squishy.
This is absolutely nuts. Holy crap. So, yeah, this is going to be... We are going to be up late, so... We're going to be up so late tonight. It's going to be ridiculous. I can see 3 games, like 3 70-minute plus games happening tonight.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, there's going to be Ehome, Tongfu versus Zenith right after, so I hope you brought some caffeine.
I did. I have another can. I will stay up for these. There's no way I'm missing these tonight.
Yeah.
How can I miss? This isn't. Last week was China Week, but I can't miss these games. Absolutely batshit crazy. And it goes. I mean, it's just insane to see how fast the tournament amps up after the group stage. It goes absolutely ballistic. Down at Leshrac though, he's got again. Have they actually eaten those? No, they still have 2 cheeses up. What are these people doing in these fights? This is like, no, not going to eat this cheese. I'm going to camp the cheese. They like have a 20-minute long strategy that they're planning out. We need to save the cheese so we can have 2 cheeses for this final push.
Yeah, the final push. I don't know when it's going to come. Maybe they're waiting for like a third. Maybe they just want 1 cheese on each hero, so it's not going to be like 90 minutes waiting to march forward.
I think Iceprog may need to make a change for these Chinese teams again, where Roshan only spawns 70 times. No more Roshan for you Chinese people trying to stack 4 cheeses on the team.
Yeah. Well, there was a blog. I mean, I know it was
NS?
I think it was NS,
yeah.
One of the players from, I think, yeah, he wrote a blog on Iceprog. What am I talking about? Completely talking about. Wrote a blog on Roshan. It was translated in English. You can check it out on the Gosu Gamers, where he basically explained how Roshan needs to be changed because it's completely imbalanced. Aegis should not exist. I mean, he had a few different suggestions. I mean, you can check out exactly what he suggested.
I can agree.
He's basically saying Roshan needs to be fixed.
This is a perfect example of where LGD...
the die team every time it's going to Ehome.
Yeah, I mean, LGD, they have a huge, freaking, insanely fat Morphling, and yet they can't push this to the Aegis. But then again, at the same time, I mean, I suppose it's almost like going to show that Ehome, like, when it comes down to it, their strategy is, like, they're playing their game, so they make sure they get this Aegis. I mean, if they don't have these Aegises up, then at the same, like, while it's pretty damn good, pretty damn OP, at the same time that they're using it in a way that's smart. So should we take that out? Because it's part of the game. If it's good, if it's smart.
Exactly. It's part of the game, and it adds some flavor. It makes something. It's something unique about Dota. I mean, sure, it makes it's not. It's unlike chess. The map is not perfectly symmetrical. There's some things which Radiant has in their favor, some which Dire have, and some things which just would make it unique. And I think Roshan's one of them.
The placement needs to change, but actually, like, allowing these games to go this long isn't the issue why it should be changed. I think definitely the placement. The placement though needs to be needs to be done about that, just because it does favor the Dire a little bit too much on that. I'm gonna say. I mean, we know it does, because we know there is a definite favour for the Dire, just because we see the chance every game. They want to be on Dire. They just jump on there straight away, just sort of all join the same side. So I think the placement should be changed, but at the same time, I don't know if the Aegis should be taken out itself.
Yeah. No, I don't mind Aegis too much. I mean, I agree it's not the most balanced item, but I mean, that's part of... I mean, you're not going to have everything perfectly balanced, and I don't think there's any way to make it perfect, so... it's better for the enemy you know rather than the one you don't. So we're going to see LGD smoke up near mid, and I mean, is this going to be it? Look at, I mean, Leshrac, 6.5k gold. Even with Aegis, he's got 3 lives. Slardar, 3.2k gold. Enchantress, no buyback. Shadowjimmy, no buyback. Enigma, though, 7k gold. Here we go. They're going to try to pick off MMY, but QQQ goes in. Black Hole catches the Morphling. Morphling going to be the one who tries to get focused down. He has got buyback at this point, I've got to say. But there's the second Black Hole. Catches everyone. Oh, King J. They take out the ES. Morphling buys back. Queen of Pain ultimate. And now QQQ will drop. But the problem is all these Ehome heroes, they've got cheese. They've got buybacks. And if they kill this Morphling again, it could be lights out for LGD. And there we go. Sheep on Morphling. He's going to be okay, though.
They don't have the soul catcher this time around, though. Morphling's still in the mix. He's got lifesteal as well. Oh, man. If they get in a right-click battle with him, there's no way they can win that now. So, I mean, if they don't have these double black holes up, I don't know if they can hang on. And, I mean, we're going to have Earthshaker up in 45 seconds. I really feel like LGD now is their chance. Go back home, heal up, wait for Earthshaker, then come back and crack some skulls. Because we don't have that Aegis up for quite some time. We won't have those Aegis up. They've burned all of the cheeses, I'm willing to say. They've burned all of the cheeses. And the double black hole is down for a good 2.5 minutes as well. So I think this is the time. This is the time for LGD to finally put the put the boot in, curb stomp Ehome to the ground, and just take him out.
I don't know if they can do it though. Morphling, I mean, he's used up his buyback. If he goes down, that's just LGD in all kinds of trouble. And they've got the backup coming from Windrunner and Queen of Pain. You can see Queen of Pain. I mean, Assault Crest doing some right click damage, and Windrunner has picked up a Crystallis, going for a Daedalus.
Holy crap.
There's some right-click damage as well. I mean, it's one of those games where it feels like it's not something to sit around idly. They're farming efficiently, farming out lanes, pushing out lanes, farming neutrals, farming ancients, going for Roshan for about 20 minutes. And then every 20 minutes, there's one big clash where they use cheese, they use Aegis. There's about 8 heroes who die, 5 heroes who buy back. And then nothing happens for the next 10-15 minutes because everyone bought back, and there's no actual progress because these two teams are absolutely dead even right now. Despite this Morphling being farmed, I mean, the Dire team just have firepower of their own, and the Black Hole, the Enigma there, both Black Holes, I mean, you called it earlier on, hitting 1 heroes with those Black Holes, not enough, and even hitting 2. There we go. The first one hit about 2 or 3, the second one, I think, hit 4, and that was enough for Ehome, too.
Those Black Holes were huge. And also, one of our viewers is calling you out on the chess is symmetrical comment, gods. He's right. The white pieces always move first. He's got your number. This is true. I mean, the white pieces, like the 4 most important squares in chess are the 4 center ones. So white does have the advantage to get out there first. That is definitely true. But LGD, they said, all right, time to end this. We've got to fight here. They're going to push in. They're going to rely on this more. As long as he can keep, if they can defend him while the Soul Catcher is on him, he should be okay. Because, I mean, the main thing is, like, that last fight was all about the black holes, the double black holes from King J, and they were big, powerful black holes. They weren't just, oh, let's just put one on Windrunner, let's just put one on Queen Mate. They were grabbing 3 or 4 heroes, both of them, and now he has no black holes up. 0. Potato black holes, so he can't do it. Like, he's got, he does, oh, you should know, he's got, I lie, 14 seconds. Did they freaking buff? Or has this game going fast? I think actually 10 seconds, he has double black hole.
Has been buffed. Yeah.
Holy crap, no he
Refresher
does.
Has been buffed in one of the recent patches.
I take it back. I take it back. He's got, holy crap. Oh wow, he's got double black hole up. I've been spouting crap all game. Here we go. Double black holes coming up. Are you ready for it? Here we go. Morphling diving in. He's on top of QQQ. He has been. Hex. There is the BKB. The black hole catching 3 heroes there. This is causing trouble. Where's the second? Echo Slam comes in. BKBs are up. Stun on Enigma. He needs to drop his second one through. There it is. Catching another 3. Can they take them out? Morphling. He's out of the mix though. He's in there. He's just causing trouble. He wasn't caught in that. Down goes the Slardar. We've got 2 heroes down for the rating. They're 2 down. Leshrac buys back. Enigma now on the run. Enigma in some trouble. He's got buyback though. Immediately back up. And Leshrac now chasing them back off. And Ehome, they hold for the moment. Oh my god. I have never seen...
That would have gone a lot worse for LGD if Morphling got caught in the back hole, but Morphling was so well positioned there. Great play from Sylar.
How? I have never seen... this Morphling is retardedly stacked. Have you ever seen a hard carry this bloody stacked not decimate his opponents? This is just... What the hell is going on? These black holes. This is it. It's legit. Enigma. Double refresher every game. Although questionably they could have finished this game had they just gone for the had they just gone for the hood as well as the mech. I mean, questionably they could have finished this game way before Morphling even got back into this.
Yeah, this is, I've got to say, right now, I mean, Morphling is just ridiculously stacked, but it's one of those things where the Dire team are just somehow holding out. I mean, Shadow Team has actually picked up another star from Withering, maybe just going for something like a Yield Scepter here. Ag Scepter finished on Enchantress, but all these heroes, they're looking for this pick off. Morphling needs to be careful at bottom lane. He is hiding in the trees, though, probably going to TP home even. There we go, TP's home, as there's too many Ehome heroes missing. Well, yeah, the ping's on Roshan. Roshan is up in about 1 minute time. Oh man, that is going to be... Are we going to see another team fight there, or is it just going to be another free Roche for Ehome? That's going to be the big question. Ehome get another free Roche?
The first one wasn't. The last one wasn't a free Roshan. They actually fought there, but the thing was LGD they lost. So then it turned into a bit of a, well, you can't stop us Roshan, but at the same time we don't want to try and push because, well, you've got a few heroes up. Let's just take Roshan. And yeah, I mean, wow, this is ridiculous. This is absolutely. I mean. I don't know. Maybe another change needs to be made to buyback, because I mean there were 2 buybacks again for the Dire during that last fight. Enigma as well as Leshrac buying back in that last fight. I don't know. Maybe there needs to be like a team pool of buybacks that like you can only buy for like every time you buy one, the counter goes down and then they replenish. They replenish. I don't know. This is pretty nuts. Either way, this is pretty freaking nuts. I noticed a Heaven's Halberd.
Forget Roshan imbalance. Forget buyback.
Yeah. This is awesome. I agree.
Forget Roshan and buyback imbalance.
This is true.
I don't care because this game is just so entertaining and so epic that I don't care if people are going to complain about how they abuse Roshan and abuse buyback just because this game is so amazing. That's all I care about. And Roshan is going to be back soon. We're going to see whether or not that does have any impact at all. Na'Vi,
China are coming. China is coming this time round, and they're prepared. This is going to be... Oh, I cannot wait for the internet. If you give teams like this another 2 months of like solid practice, imagine how insane they're going to be come international time. This is going to be nuts. This is going to be absolutely crazy. And like Leshrac, he's had this Heaven's Halberd for ages actually. He's been using it just to try and help mess with the Morphling, although it's not been doing a whole lot because he's got the Hunter style to knock it off if necessary. Well, he's got a Satanic.
It's cheap evasion. Enigma finds a black hole. It's on only now 8. The Queen of Pain is going to get focused down though. Queen of Pain immediately buys back, but here comes Morphling, takes out Shadow Demon, ES Blink ulti, a second black hole again. This time Morphling gets caught. They don't have enough damage to take him out, not right away. QQQ Slardar gets cheap. How are they going to get the Morphling? They get him! Morphling is down, he's got no buyback, and Ehome. They've lost 2 though. I don't think they can use this to push though. And Queen of Pain is back, cleaning up a little bit and still somehow alive. Queen of Pain blinking out on red HP. Windrunner though on the back foot. LGD. They've got 3 heroes on red HP. Queen of Pain gets sniped. Crystal Maiden going to get sniped as well by the looks of things. And Windrunner.
That's it.
Running back to base.
Bottom wave. Creep are pushing down here. They're pinging saying, holy crap, we need to get back. Creep are going to take a tower. Probably won't get a Rax. Queen of Pain. Oh, no, it's Windrunner actually. She's going to return over there. Meanwhile, who was that? Oh, Crystal Maiden. Why is she... Oh, she didn't have a TP. That's right. I noticed looking at that. She didn't have a TP. Just running around in circles trying to escape. Didn't manage it. Got spotted up. But yeah, the bottom tower goes down. And this really weakens this... Oh, wow. Ehome. I mean, this opens up this lane for them for a bit. If they can win a fight, I mean, if they get some ability too, if they win a fight, they could TP in there. I mean, none of these heroes... Actually, Leshrac could have gone there and fought. Or done something, although I suppose he decided Roshan. If they win this next clash, though, if they can win a clash and they get that, like, the Leshrac to port in there, that could be a Rax this time round. Once they get some ability up. I mean, Enigma has it too. Enigma has the blink as well. I mean, the teleport, sorry, not the blink.
Yeah, but they didn't go top, they didn't go for the Rax here. They're going to get Roshan, play it safe. Aegis on the Enigma, Cheese just picked up by Enchantress for now. Probably going to see the Cheese passed over to someone like Slardar or Leshrac. But oh no, Lestrak didn't want to take either. Lestrak is buyback though, so I think for the most part they're not too worried about her. Maybe the Slaughter, who doesn't quite have buyback gold at the moment, but holy crap, things are just getting out of control here. I cannot believe how many swings. I mean, 40 kills to 38. We're seeing about 1 kill a minute still, but it's always so that the thing that makes it so epic is it's every 10 minutes or so there's just a massive team fight, and in between there's no pickoffs and ganks. It's all about these big team fights.
It's traditional anime. They're pretending they're playing Dragon Ball Z and just powering up in between the fights. They're probably all just. I can imagine them all now sitting at their PCs just screaming and powering up while they farm. That's the new way. That's the new way Asia plays. No, I'm just being slightly racist. No, I don't really think that. I don't really think that. I see God, the expression is like, no, don't say that. You're saying terrible things. What is Lestrak gonna do? I mean, he's stacked on items now. It's just basically nothing but buybacks now. That's all they can say for Slaughter. He's keeping a slot open for that cheese just because. I mean, they need a couple of heroes need to keep these slots open. I mean, they're even giving the Aegis to King J just because his black holes have been so influential. So he's just saying, okay, even if you get picked off between your second black hole, you can get back up now. It's just because Lestrak has no room for it. So I don't think that's a bad choice at all. Meanwhile, Slaughter, I don't know. I don't know what he's going to do with his last... I mean, he might even want to sell the Vanguards for something else now. It's just getting to that stage in the game where the Vanguards isn't doing that much for him, and he could go with something... Like, I mean, a big damage item might be the way to go. Or even something like a heart. Just sell it off, get a heart.
I feel like you need maybe even an evasion at this point. Go for a Heaven's Halberd of his own. Not so much because the Heaven's Halberd effect is good, but it gives some HP and it also gives evasion against this Morphling. Morphling, Queen of Pain, and Windrunner. The evasion against those 3 right clickers could be very useful, which would probably come from a Heaven's Halberd, unless you want to go for the Butterfly, which I feel is a bit expensive and also a bit unnecessary.
Look at Morphling. Oh, wow. 2.6. I mean, he's still doing 340 damage a swing on 2.6k. And, like, you might wonder why is he seeing so much strength? It's because he's being focus fired so hard that he needs it. He needs it badly. Otherwise, he will die. I mean, you put a Soul Catcher on him plus Lestrak next. If he doesn't do this, he'll die in about a second flat. Soul Catcher plus Lestrak is not a recipe for a fun time. You're going to have a terribly bad time if you sit next to that kind of stuff. How far on the Roshan? Roshan about a quarter back. In fact, we still have the Aegis up or it's been lost. No, it's still on Enigma. But both teams sitting back. Actually, let's check the buyback count at the moment. Queen of Pain, negative. Crystal Maid, no. Windrunner, probably. Yes, her buyback is ready. Earthshaker, negative. Morphling doesn't quite. He needs about 1,000 more gold before he's safe on that, but he'll get that pretty soon. Lestrak has plenty of buyback money. Enigma, plenty of buyback money. Queen of Pain.
The problem for LGD at the moment, I mean, sure, they've got this, they're going to lose DD. Oh, it's just a Crystal Main at mid, but still.
She dies all the time.
That's a pick-off they don't really want. BKB, Crystal Main may survive this. Actually, yeah, Crystal Main, they're not going to chase this because they don't know what's up that ramp. They don't want to go in up that ramp. But right now, the main problem for LGD is that the ball is really in Ehome's court. Sure, LGD have the better late end carry with Morphling, and even Queen of Pain and Winner are doing a lot of damage, but Ehome, with the Aegis, with the cheese, with all those buybacks as well at their disposal, not to mention boots of travel, I've got to feel that the ball is in their court. And the LGD, really, all their only option right now is to sit back or at least make sure they stick together because they can't really afford to lose another fight.
Yeah. I think Chris, man, just with the no you. I mean, she's like, look how deep she's Carl. Like, I mean, this is a real Carl position for her. No escape, not even a teleport scroll. And she's all the way up here by herself, just trying to get that counter ward down. I mean, but they must, I think they really badly want to get rid of Vision up there so they can, I think they're trying to keep it counter. I'm actually not. Actually, there's no Roshan for after. I'm not sure why they're counter warding this so hard. Maybe they just want to sit here and try and get some pickoffs. And in fact, counter ward battle happening up here by the secret shop. Ehome, the spotted one, going to pick that off. Meanwhile, Xiao 8 all the way up here. I think he's just bursting down creep ways with his ult, and then he might plan to tell. He can afford to. He can just keep another lane pushed and then teleport when necessary. And of course, he's relatively hard to catch because of his blink as well as the BKB. So he should be fine to be able to do this. Have they still got a gem up and running? I don't think they do. No, the gem has either been dropped or... No, there we go. Enchantress with the gem now. It's on him. I thought I already had it for a little while, but this did not have it. And Slaughter with 3.3k. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, this series, I mean, they've got all these big goals, but they just can't afford to buy anything when buyback is just becoming more and more crucial. Enigma, sure, you can maybe buy something, but Enigma's pretty much maxed out at this point. There's not really any of those items you want to replace, except maybe the Aegis a bit later on, and, I
think it's time to sell the BKB and Morphling and get a Rapier, and just send him in last to clean up. After Black Holes, after it is. Live still satanic.
Well, he's too poor. I mean, he's only on 3.3k gold.
I mean, when he can. I mean, it just feels like you're going to need something big to break this down. If they keep going the way they have, I mean, Ehome keep winning these fights, it's just going to get worse and worse.
Yeah, and but at the moment, I mean, it's one of those things. Ehome are winning the fights, but the LGD have to stay in this game by having buyback gold, and we're going to see whether or not they can do something. They've smoked up at mid. Something of note is Morphling is on 630 creep kills.
Oh, we'll see.
Just a few. Just a few. And Leshrac, 663. Leshrac is actually more than Morphling. And here we go. They're going to go in on mid.
There we go. There goes the Scream Pain. There's a black hole from King J. Only catching... Oh, no, catches two heroes. Morphling's in there as well. He's got the BKB up, though. Slardar, though, coming to mix. There's the Refresher. Catches another big black hole, catching both Windrunner and the Morphling. Morphling's the one they want. There's the Echo Slam, though, from ES. Going to try and slow things down. We've got Leshrac still up in the mix, so he's got 13 charge on his Bloodstone, so if he goes down, he'll be back in the mix quickly. He's also managed to escape that fight. We've got Morphling, I think, has just brought back in the mix now. Yeah. As I heard, another buyback. Queen of Pain is back up and running. Crystal Main barely alive. No, Crystal Pain going to go down. Is she going to die? Malefice, she will die. 4-star away there for the Slardar. He gets taken out anyway with a shackle shot. And we're also going to have, who was that? I'm not even dead sure who that was who died. A triple kill for Morphling regardless. Going for a quad kill. There is the ultra kill, I think. No, did someone nick that? No, he's got the Aegis. Aegis blinks out.
He's going to blink out.
Slick fingers there.
Queen of Pain going in there. Queen of Pain is also brought back, and now Morphling. He gets sheathed. He gets initiated on the 4-star. Not going to keep him alive. Those buybacks from Ehome. The Aegis on Enigma. They're still in this game. Roshan is not up for a while, but Ehome, I think, are going to have their eyes on Raxus right now.
What is this bollocks? This is absolutely nuts. But no buybacks now. Yeah, like you said, Ehome, they've got the advantage. I mean, they could even start... Oh, no, you know, the top lane is being pushed. They're actually counterattacking their Queen of Pain, going for it on King J. King J, though, I don't think he can fight a 1v1, or can he? Maybe he can. At the very least, he can drive her off. Meanwhile, though, Ehome pushing in the middle, finally making a run on these racks. Earthshaker will be up. He's up against Windrunner as well, who's going back to heal. But, I mean... Oh, they've got the tower, though. The tower is still up. It's not very high health, though.
I don't think Ehome can... They can't win the game here. They may get a rack, but even that's going to be hard. Windrunner hits hard. This Windrunner is pretty damn farm. Queen of Pain as well can TP back. We'll have ulti up soon. And there's only 3 Ehome heroes here. 3 heroes who do not have buyback, I want to say. Leshrac buyback on Queen. So none of these heroes have buyback. They don't want to get picked off here. So Ehome, if they find themselves in a bad position here, things could go very badly for them, as Windrunner and Queen of Pain may even look for some pick-offs, as Crystal Main about to respawn. They're going to try to chip away at this Rax. Glyph has been popped. There's a sheep, and blink in from Slardar. Windrunner is the focus, needs to use something. And Windrunner, goes down. But Windrunner has buyback. They're okay for that, because Windrunner with buyback. Enigma, TP's in though. No black hole up on Enigma for a good 30 seconds or so. That's when pressure up. EF, a blink, Echo Slam, catches out the Enchantress, and Queen of Pain in the fray, taking a lot of right-click damage. There's the shackle shot. Leshrac and Slardar chained together. ES with a fissure, hits 3 heroes. Those stuns, those chain stuns working out well, but the Queen of Pain gonna get sheep. Windrunner needs to get back in there. Morphling as well, respawning soon, but LGD, they just don't quite have enough right-click damage, but they're gonna get Leshrac here. Oh, the defensive disruption, gonna keep him alive.
Morphling's back, Morphling's back, here he comes, he's gonna knock some heads in there, we wait for him. Shadow Demon with the heals, but he gets frostbitten, he will go down there. And now we have the teleport out, and somehow, how is this still going?
Oh man, Leshrac didn't have... If Leshrac died there, it was game over. But Leshrac survived. So maybe they can hold out. If Leshrac had died, it would be... Not touching if Enigma had died. Both... Actually, Enigma has buyback, but if Leshrac had died, that would have been
He does have 14 charges on the Bloodstone, though.
Oh, okay, that's true. Never mind, that is true. He probably would have come back. But still, oh man, Morphling, he somehow came back just... If he was back a few seconds earlier, LGD would have won that convincingly, but they had to sacrifice both Windrunner, Queen of Pain, as well as a couple buybacks to hold off there. So it was that was a very expensive hold, but they did manage to hold.
This is insane. How is this going on and on and on? I do not know. Anyway, we've got Silo here just farming away on down here. We've got, how much? His buyback up in 1 minute. He's up 90 seconds here. I don't think LGD are going to try and force a button until that. Oh, they might have to. Roshan is coming. I mean, they really don't want Ehome to get this one yet again. Although, I mean, they've tried to defend the last 2 Roshans, but again, they've been picked off twice. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll just call it quits on the Roshan and say, all right, Ehome, Roshan's yours. You're on the die. You can have him. Not going to keep trying to push this down. And Crystal Maiden got 1,000 gold. I mean, I want to say also, Crystal Maiden got a good ult off last fight. I mean, she got the BKB ult combo off. Maybe she'll even get a Blink Dagger up and running because she can. Because why not?
Yeah. Why the hell not, indeed. But yeah, right now, I mean, what an Enigma. I like this. Enigma has sold his BKB, bought a new one. He's got a full 10-second BKB. Because, I mean, he was sitting on 8k gold, so what does he do? He's got full items pretty much. I mean, does have the Sentry Wards, which used to be in Aegis. He buys a new BKB with full duration. This is really smart in the late game to do. I mean, we may see even heroes like Slardar doing it, but the problem is, though, Slardar is very poor at the moment.
Morphling was down to 5 seconds on his Black King bar?
No, I didn't really realize. Yeah, he got down to 6 seconds. He must have rebought his as well.
He's on 7 now, so this is smart. This is very smart from him too. Rebuying that Black King bar, like you said, it's something that needs to happen. But I mean, it's just the double black holes. Like, even if he rebuys it, like, the thing is, Enigma can keep him pinned down for the entire duration, pretty much, of his Black King bar. With those double black holes, it's just been really messy. And as soon as he gets out, Hex, Soul Catcher, Leshrac dead. It's just such a pain in the ass for him.
Someone is suggesting in chat that we call this a draw, but this is not going to be a draw. He's Ehome. They pop the BKB, Black Hole on the Morphling, and they're going to try and take him out fast. He has got a buyback actually. The second Black Hole going to go. In goes Slardar, right click damage. Queen of Pain on the side, trying to take up land, and there we go. Morphling goes down. Instant buyback. Leshrac going to go down as well. And it looks like Ehome have lost a couple of heroes here and only taken a Morphling. Morphling who's buyed right back. This is not looking good for Ehome actually. Slardar does not have buyback. If he goes down as well, Ehome going to be in a lot of trouble. Blink out from Queen of Pain. Slardar will go down. Enigma the only one left alive. ES, Blink ulti. Landon will drop. There's a buyback from Leshrac, but it's only 2 Ehome heroes alive. Morphling is walking back in. And I think LGD have finally done it. 91 minutes. Oh, they're going to go for Roshan. Are you
come on.
kidding me?
No, no, they're not. They're not. That was enough to get Joss to drop an F-bomb, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it takes. 91 minutes of constant Dota in one game is what it takes to get Goz to swear at you. As there we go, the wave bomb in, down goes Leshrac, and LGD finally may have cinched game 1. This is just game 1. Oh my god. And they said, screw the racks, get this, throw it, get this game done and dusted. And I would not be surprised if they asked for a 5-minute break or something in between these matches.
Ehome, GG, there we go.
If someone hasn't posted on Reddit, go and make a post now and say, LGD and Ehome are having some retarded matches on right this instant. 91 minutes and 37 seconds. 91 minutes and 37 seconds of constant back and forth, like not even just IG being stupid and refusing to push. It has been constant back and forth from both teams the entire match. So guys, thanks for watching. This was game 1 between LGD and Ehome, the Gigabyte Dota Masters. I'm Triforman, in case you've forgotten, because it's been so damn long. And of course, Gods from Absolute Legends with me. Stay tuned as we go into game 2 with LGD with a 1-game advantage.